Welcome to the Conscious Reconstruction podcast. This is the second take because motherfucking shit some shit. And we could have put it out, but it'd have been crazy. And it'd have been like a podcast ad-lib track.
That part.
It'd been like flames though. Like the hottest flames.
All that.
Yeah. But clearly, this is the host with the motherfucking most, aka Tony Melbourne. That's all the AKAs y'all getting. We got Ash. Y'all missed a wonderful little ditty that she sang for the first intro. It was beautiful. Do you want to do another rendition?
It was Sade. But no, we're not going to do that because...
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
It was
that wasn't
in the moment.
Yeah, that definitely was me on my phone just singing. And then I look up and it's all red.
Yeah, that's how you get out. We got bitches in the building.
What's up? What's up?
And last but certainly not least, Big Dog.
Big dog. Big dog, big dog.
And so we got some science shit to talk about, motherfucking Jones. You gonna...
All right, so I'm gonna try this again.
You sound exhausted.
Our billionaires are in this space race. Everybody's up to their own little thing right now, but it seems like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are at the top of this right now. Elon Musk is putting satellites in orbit, so I can give you exact numbers on how many he plans on putting up there. He plans on launching 60 just to start off, which he's not guaranteed are going to work. I should put that out there.
Wait, what?
It's part of a program called Starlink, and what Starlink is essentially they're building constellations with satellites.
Okay.
And these, well, the ones he want to put up are supposed to be low orbit, and like I said, they provide internet to communities and areas of the world that don't have access to it, because our internet is mainly provided through cell phone towers and landlines. He now it's not too much like this happened like earlier this week, and as the week has gone on, people have had time to analyze this idea, look at it, and now they've come up with the idea, or they've come to the conclusion that him doing this, launching his full set altogether, is just going to clog up our orbit and create a situation in which it's hard, or like just people putting all this stuff in there is going to create a situation where we're trapped, in which it's really hard for us to leave our orbit because of all the junk that we have just floating around us.
Dusty ass
have
orbit.
This thing about producing trash.
We got an orbit cleanup.
Yeah, orbit cleanup would be great. I don't think they're gonna pay for that though.
You put it part of the space
You
force.
clean up something. You clean up the motherfucking ocean. Shit,
Like
what the hell?
easy. So orbit cleanup.
Do you kick it out of orbit into space, or do you bring it back down to be recycled?
Send it to Jupiter.
They should.
You're going to have to stop putting shit on other planets.
They should bring it down.
No, they should send it to Jupiter. What are you talking about?
No.
I think they should bring it down.
No.
You could have a whole satellite
Because
used satellite lot.
I just really don't feel that we have enough knowledge of space, although we think it's just like, oh, it's space. Like, we just don't have enough knowledge of space.
You just be
Just
sending
like,
things
you
to
know
Jupiter.
what? Send that shit.
To Jupiter.
That's human nature though. Like when you just like,
I'm
hey,
buying
this
to use
trash.
satellite, y'all.
Let's send it over here. Like a couple
Well, my
months
thought
ago.
Yeah,
process is
like,
to send it to Jupiter, but wrap it as like a gift, just in case.
What?
All right.
In
So,
exchange
like,
of
they're
technology.
They're not gonna pay for that shit either.
Here's our trash.
Nah, here's an exchange of technology.
They did that on Earth, and the Philippines got fucking pissed off, and now they're mad at. I forgot what country did it.
They did what?
Some country like had
Wait,
this
what?
huge like no I swear to God, this happened like a month or two ago. This country had this huge like shipping thing full of just like all their electrical trash and garbage, and they sent it to the Philippines. They're like, hey, we gonna leave this right here, we gonna come back for it. Right?
No, that's not the same.
And
No.
they never came back for that shit.
They
And the
keep
president,
calling.
he's like, hey, come get y'all shit. They're like, we
Fly
don't know
the
what you talking
Philippines,
about.
Oh, hell no.
We don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
They'll be like,
If you don't come get your shit, we send
no
this shit
habla
back to y'all.
Filipino.
These
Click.
niggas. Hey, watch my
Hey,
kids.
I'm-
I'm going out.
that's the ultimate watch my kids.
Watch him real quick.
But no,
I'll
see,
be
that's
back in
why-
3
that's what
hours.
we do is
Nigga go.
We send the ship up
My
there.
dad left 20 years ago.
And have it attach and gather all of the stuff with like a net, and then slingshot it into.
Say a planet. I dare you. I dare you to say a planet.
That's why I said we can't do the atmosphere because it's gonna go
slingshot it?
somewhere.
Listen, they should bring it down
To
here,
Pluto.
Send it into
and
the
they
sun.
should sell like used satellites.
I don't know, man. I feel like
No, I don't know. Hell no, don't send it into the sun.
Send
Hell
it to
no.
Pluto.
Don't send it to the sun. Please don't send it to the
No,
sun.
hell no.
Let's
We
not do
need that
Don't do
nigga.
that.
Hell no.
Can we
I
send
mean,
it to?
realistically, it all be broken down, but I just
We
don't
need
know
that
what
nigga.
the effect would be.
I'm alright, man.
On, like,
We
the
just
sun
need to bring it
itself.
back
Let's send it to Pluto.
and dispose of it properly.
Pluto's not a planet. You said not a planet.
All right, so let me tell you how much of this shit is actually out there. There is now believed to be an astonishing 170 million pieces of junk floating in the Earth's upper atmosphere, but only 22,000 of it is being tracked. Some 7 tons of space junk circle our planet as defunct satellites, junk from rockets, and other metals and rock buildup close to the Earth. Yeah. So there's just a whole bunch of shit up there right now.
That's what I'm saying. Is billions upon billions of dollars
So
in
we couldn't
space,
just
and
send it
that
to the
use
planet?
that space material or something down here. Like,
How come we can't?
I don't know. Like,
like
would y'all buy a used satellite? I would.
I don't think it's.
I don't know if I buy you satellite, but
I would.
feel
I
like
would respect
we
them if
bring
they
it
brought it
down
back
here,
down and
it's
rebuilt
gonna
another satellite with
create
it.
more waste for the planet, and that's gonna kill the planet, and that's.
Well, how come we can't just build new things out of it though?
Yeah, like
Like,
we
we
can
don't have
finally
to
get our
use-
flying cars.
First
or
of
some
all,
weird shit.
nigga,
Flying cars is not. I feel
party
like we
centers
talked
is
about why
closing
flying
because
cars
we ain't got no
is-
helium, nigga.
I don't know.
Nigga, we got a helium shortage.
We have
It's
bigger
only-
things to worry
how? I
about.
don't know how we got that, but we need to be recycling shit.
I
The
mean,
fucking
we have a
balloons.
shortage
Yeah, I feel
of
like
everything,
helium's a
other
gas, and we just been using it for dumb shit.
Well,
Like
yeah,
balloons.
On our planet,
Yeah.
it's helium so short.
Fucking
Like the
stupid.
sun,
Yeah.
The sun
Yeah.
is helium.
Well, yeah, that's what
And
I'm
hydrogen.
saying. On the
Yeah.
planet,
Whoa, so if you got a helium, oh man, it just blew my mind.
It's mostly.
I don't wanna
hydrogen,
think about
but,
it.
Like the sun is composed of mostly all the elements that we found or we have on our planet. Like the universe is composed of all these basic ass elements that we look at, like iron and
Right.
hydrogen, helium, oxygen, and all that shit. That's why I say, like, you shoot into the sun. It's lightweight. You're just gonna fuel the sun, but it's not enough to actually make a difference. But I don't know if that'll have any negative effects.
effect, right?
Like, let's shoot this shit into the moon, into the sun. Let that bitch flare out on us, and we all dead. So like,
you never know. That sun, it probably ain't even need no more of that shit. It had
She
enough.
just like, leave the goddamn sun
Leave it
alone,
alone.
kid.
No, but for real though, I
Leave
feel
the
like we
goddamn sun
should
alone.
bring that shit back.
You like the little
and
kids.
build
Leave the
other
fucking
things.
sun alone.
Leave the sun
all
alone.
Leave the
right,
sun
so
alone.
for the shit with Jeff Bezos, though, right?
Bezos.
So like I said, he wants to put these cylindrical space stations around the Earth.
In the orbit.
Yeah,
So why is that okay? But
that's
with,
not okay either.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, I don't understand. How is putting the space stations in the orbit fine, but putting the satellites in the orbit is completely the wrong idea.
So
But okay.
he wants to put that shit up there to house more humans because the energy cost, like he's like into it with the oil companies and all this other shit, and like the energy cost is gonna double. It's gonna keep doubling over the next 200 years to a point we just run out.
Listen, I just know too many dumb people, and I don't want them in space. Okay,
That's
I don't want the bitch, like you said, drop your kids off for 3 hours, ain't been back for 20 years. I don't want you in space. Don't go to space. Niggas
right,
trying to spark
kids
up.
up at the moon and shit.
Yeah, like
Fuck that.
trying to spark up off the sun. Nigga, sit down. Do not need you near the sun.
Nigga, just use the sun.
I need them in space.
Just use the sun, bruh.
But the thing is, right?
I got a
people,
solar lighter.
Like, all right, they're like, all right, Bezos, this is a okay idea, but like realistically, if you just flip that money into like the energy and making the energy we use more efficient, that won't be an issue in the first place.
That's what I said. Billionaires billionairing. Just they ain't got shit else to do but just beef over space.
Essentially, they all in the space race because like outside of the satellite thing, Elon Musk and fucking NASA and a couple of other companies are racing to fucking Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're like, oh, we gotta get to Mars first. We get there first, you know, we control it and shit. All this other shit. I mean, y'all gotta terraform that bitch. Y'all got a lot of shit y'all actually gotta do before y'all can live there.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. And they've tried experiments with like having humans live in an environment like Mars. on Earth, just like living in like domes, because they wouldn't be able to terraform it enough in any amount of time that people could just go there and live there. That shit turned out horrible.
I ain't gonna lie. I just thought about not having microwaves and I almost cried.
Because it's like, a lot of people don't know how like to grow their own food, deal with it. Even if you train them in that situation, they don't know how to like keep that a consistent thing.
Yeah, how you pick a tomato? I don't know.
You ran out.
Tomato got
You're
seeds.
supposed to keep growing this shit. Like,
see, like I don't know the first thing about agriculture.
You run out of oxygen. And,
nigga,
like,
what?
Like let your oxygen.
I already don't want to go
down or some shit like that. Now you gotta fix this. People like you're short on air, and now you gotta ration out air. You gotta ration out food. You gotta ration out water because Mars ain't got no fucking water. If it is, it's all frozen on the cap somewhere. So.
Tay over there taking all the air. Shit.
Yeah, you talk too much. Shut up.
Give your brother some air.
But yeah, it's that whole situation. But yeah, people who
Fucking
niggas
niggas in
Bezos,
space.
like, hey,
Y'all need that.
You thinking 200 years, like, you thinking 200 years in the future, like, bruh, we need 25, we need 10, we need 5. We trying to live as long as we can here.
Seriously, though.
Not trying to have to go up there, but, I mean, the way we acting, we either gonna live or die on this bitch. So.
You're exactly right about that, though. We need to be working on trying to fix this bitch and do better.
So who would y'all choose besides they space plans? So who would y'all go to space with, Bezos or the other one? The fuck is his name? Macaulay.
Bezos got his. He got his hands with the oil companies and shit.
Yeah, you choose Bezos.
Nah, I ain't going Bezos punk ass. I'm with Elon Musk.
Yeah, I'm with Elon Musk too. For the simple fact that I just really want to sleep with that dude.
All right.
There's no other scientific reason. Y'all, I really wish it was. I just really want to sleep with Elon Musk one time.
One time?
Yeah, like I feel like, I don't know.
That would be my only child, purposely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wrapping my legs around that ass.
What do you mean? You about to come? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Bet.
You lock your legs around his nigga back.
Come here.
You want to talk about fucking trapping?
You about to come?
Oh, it's a whole trap.
Throwing this shit back.
It's a whole trap.
Look, listen. He gonna start speaking that Swedish shit.
Hell
Yeah,
talking
nigga.
that shit, nigga.
Just call him.
Right, so we got some shit happening in the universe. Apparently, something to punch a hole in the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Niggas want to send shit up. Look, niggas want to send shit up.
Yes, I do.
No.
I still.
Now we got a broke ass Milky Way.
But that wasn't the humans' fault.
No, that ain't got shit.
We
to do
don't
with
know.
us. This is actually because like in the picture of the Milky Way, let's say this is the spiral, right? We're like all the way out here somewhere. The hole got punched like over here.
Hell no.
Yeah, like well, we're like somewhere in the end of the circle.
Yeah.
Like it's in the inner spiral. Like I'll show you the picture.
What was that anime? One Man Punch. That just reminded me of that dumbass shit.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
Yeah,
there we go. One man,
like
whatever.
I wonder.
Look, he threw his head back. Cause clearly
Who did that?
See that big interruption right there in that ring?
next to it
In the ring.
on
The
this
outer
side,
ring.
right?
That right there.
Wow.
So when y'all think that happened?
Well,
Like thousands of years ago, or?
they don't know when the shit happened because they believe it was dark matter that did it. So if it was
They
dark
don't
matter
know.
that did it,
You
they
mean
don't know
Fred?
what the fuck going on. Yeah, Fred. It's Fred.
Fred over here
Fred.
fucking with the Milky Way.
Yeah, Fred again.
And what it is like if it is dark matter, it kind of helps them a little bit more in the sense of studying it because it's just a blob of dark matter in a sense. Like they don't really, like I said, they don't know shit about dark matter, so they can't really explain it. They just know it's like they can't. There's no reflection off of it. Which makes them believe it's dark matter because everything else, that's how we see things in the universe, you know.
Dark matter.
The light of the stars reflect off of things, or the stars themselves give off light, and that's how we see it.
Right.
But this isn't getting off shit. It's just like a black hole right there. Like, if it's a supermassive black hole, well, we might be a little chalked. Because the only other supermassive black hole that's close to us is the one in the center of our universe, or our galaxy.
Right.
You know, the center of the Milky Way.
Wait, what
is
you
a
mean we're gonna chalk?
supermassive.
Like how soon?
Oh, no, not anytime soon.
All right, cool. I don't care.
Okay.
I'll be immortal by then.
He's really banking on this one. I'll be immortal by then. He said it with such surety, like immortal by then. I don't know about you.
So big,
I mean, either that I'm going into space and I'm going
because
somewhere
the stars
that
explode all the time and it does no shit like
time
that.
is slow.
So yeah, they believe it's dark matter. They not quite sure, but whatever it was, it made a big ass gap in our
Has
Milky
Neil
Way.
said
I'm going
anything
through a
about
black
it?
hole.
You said what?
I'm going through a
Has
black
Neil said anything about it?
Has who?
Neil.
I'm going
Yeah.
through.
You
Who's going
should-
through the black hole with me, guys? Who's with me?
I got
You should ask
I'll
him.
go.
Got one.
Let's
Who's
go.
coming with me?
I'm gonna
Who's
go.
coming with me, guys?
I'll take y'all there.
You'll take us there.
Yeah,
You gonna
but
drop us off?
yeah, but I'm gonna just
Watch my
stay.
kids.
But I will. I would just me and Riley could just chill there.
You alright?
Yeah, it'll be fine
want-
because if you stay right in the event horizon, you're basically immortal.
Really?
Like right at the edge before you go into the black hole. Yeah, time stops basically.
Well,
That just made me want to watch
he's
it.
reached his goal.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like yeah, time does stop when you get that close. The closer you get, the time slows down more for you, and it's like going into light speed essentially. Like time slows down for you, but everything around you keeps going at normal speed and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm going through one.
Yeah, so I'm definitely trying to get right there. So yeah, I can take y'all as soon as you're ready to go.
Gang, gang.
Cool as fuck. Yeah, I can take y'all.
Yeah,
Like it's just an everyday car ride.
let's
I can
go.
take you. Let's go to the black hole.
Oh, and the last thing I have,
We're there.
With a pound of
so-
bud. Hey, don't forget my
we're working
raps.
with genomes and shit like that again, with genetic buildups and scientific technically successfully created synthetic life. They've only done it on a bacterial level, but it all starts with bacteria. They recreated
It all starts with
they
pigs.
was fucking around with E. coli, and they broke E. coli down and rebuilt it essentially.
Why would they choose E. coli of all things to
That was the one
rebuild?
they were using. Maybe I believe it's because of the DNA buildup, because it has a smaller DNA buildup than other bacterias. 4 million base pairs. Yeah. It took them what 8? I think it said 18,000.
Imagine you said 4 million base pairs so casually. Yeah, 4 million base pairs. This nigga for real science, motherfucker. He just 4 million base pairs, guys. Yeah. I'm like, what does that mean? Damn, this nigga smart. Oh
They were talking
shit!
about
I
the
said I'm
buildup
very.
of actual, like DNA. So
I know. God, guys, like it's just like God, you fucking peons. Ash.
I'm looking for the number that. Where was it at?
Stand up.
But essentially, they tried it with something else that had like 1.1 million. And it didn't work out too well.
So they tried it on something that had less than like the middle range. Okay.
Basically, they edited the variation. It took 13,000 different separate injections to rebuild it because they couldn't do it all at once.
It is.
The rebuild, the synthetic E. coli is slightly longer, but it reproduces 1.6 times slower. So it's somewhat like a clone in a sense, but not really. Oh my bad! It took 18,000 edits. Oh my god! It took forever. Like essentially, what I mean by saying 18,000 edits, like they literally had to go in and strand the DNA, take it, flip it, strand the DNA, take it, flip it, and they had to do that 18,000 times to rebuild the E. coli cell.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's like a lot of work.
but if they can get to a point in which they can lessen that, they could probably start synthesizing other life forms, because they have to do it with bacteria and things of the sense, because they're just single cell organisms. Like us, we're multi-cell. Like it would take forever
Right.
to rebuild a human like that. Like I don't even think they would be able to do that anyway. So I don't think they have the technology.
No, that would be
just
that would be crazy.
yeah.
That's like some shit you see in a movie.
We're working on making synthetic life. It's coming.
But that actually, I was gonna ask y'all that on the way here. Like,
kinda
damn, y'all
like
think
get them dinosaurs
clones is
back.
for real walking around? Like, I think, what's her name? Lil' Kim is a clone.
Think Lil Kim a clone?
Hell, that is not Lil' Kim. I don't care what no one says.
Why
That is
not?
not Lil' Kim.
Why not?
Who the fuck is that? Like, who the fuck is that?
Go in on surgery hella hard.
Why do you
No,
think it's
that's what
because
happens
of
when
her?
you get a clone. Who the fuck is that? That's not Lil Kim, y'all. I cannot tell me that's Lil Kim. That's a fucking. You see this bitch perform?
I haven't even paid her.
That's that clone dancing. That's only a dance a clone would do. Somebody had to teach that motherfucker how to dance. It was like good enough.
Somebody posted that shit like you playing dodgeball and you the last one left.
Yep.
That shit had me dead as fuck. Look at
Yep. You can't tell me that's not clone dancing. He look unsure of himself. Somebody just taught him how to do that shit. Fuck that. Nah, there's clones out here, and she's definitely one of them. I think somebody said.
So I do apologize for closing all the windows, but I could hear the birds chirping in the microphone.
Oh really? Niggas would have been tripping.
I was like, that's
The fuck?
Nigga pausing they shit.
Don't worry, that's just our that's just our ambient sound.
It's our ambient noise in the background.
But no, the only reason I think like clones is like out here amongst us is because somebody said when we actually finally find out information that they do in the science and military, they've actually done that shit 50 years before.
Oh yeah, this shit happened in 2014.
Yeah, like we just now getting the shit. Yeah. Like if you hear about it, that means they've been at that shit for years upon years. So I'm like, they didn't master something.
What's the name? This is a slight way off topic, but you made me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was watching Nat Geo the other day, and they were talking about this 3-series special they're about to do. I was talking about the most dangerous place in the world, which is essentially the bunker where they hold every known virus.
Ugh.
I would never.
Yeah, that's something I won't do.
They keep them all in one area.
I would never.
Somebody get the super AIDS.
Super virus. No, you made a whole super virus out of everything. Like, what the fuck? I'm cool, nigga.
And like I said, it's the most dangerous place ever because like every known virus of man resides in this place. And I'm like, oh wow. And whatever the story is about one of the viruses almost getting out, it's all based on a true story. I'm like, you know how many times we probably almost died because somebody fucked up and didn't hit the shower after walking out of the room. And it's like, we good. Hit that bitch for like a couple seconds, like, all right, we are.
Just went to sleep after he came on.
You didn't stay there the whole 60 seconds. You was only in there for 45.
What the fuck, bruh? You still got your suit on.
I like how we just assumed it's a nigga doing it.
I'm always gonna relate it to some niggas.
Yeah, because it feel like
even if it was some white people.
Because it's some goofy ass shit when nigga
what
just
the fuck,
hit the...
John? It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't.
It don't. Barry.
What the fuck, Dick? What the hell?
Oh, that's so terrible.
All right.
See,
what the fuck, Dick? Richard.
That's all I got
the
for
fuck?
you today.
Cocksucker. I
You
like when they
wash your goddamn hands.
Fuck you, Tim. Okay, I do what I want. That's why I'm fucking your mom.
Throw some Ebola at you.
I'm going to
asshole. Fucking asshole.
Now we got a fucking crisis on our hands. Y'all play too goddamn much.
Don't prank somebody.
Somebody I'm fucking your mom. What?
I'm about to get this nigga the plague.
Got some bubonic
Action
right
said she'd have been fucking somebody's mom like 30 times.
Right.
You really like
Goals.
That's
what people say to each other. Like, I'm just.
But you like that one. I feel like you like that one too.
I did. That's what white people would say to each other.
Hilarious.
Oh, R.I.P. to all those people that were taking
Slide
viruses and things.
the back of his suit open and drop that shit in there.
You
gonna be the reason the malaria outbroke this
malaria down my back, bitch.
Shouldn't have been cheating.
This nigga played too much. Nigga out here, we about to be fucked up.
Oh,
in the
malaria
real
head ass.
world.
Just roasted. This nigga only got one leg. Just roast this nigga forever. Just stop.
Let me chill, man. Let me chill.
That time I gave you super AIDS. Nigga, what?
Gave you super AIDS. I gave you the cure too, though. Bitch.
Probably should stop.
In other news,
Anywho,
Kodak Black is facing felony charges for lying on gun purchasing forms, saying that he didn't have any cases pending when he is currently facing felony rape charges
Yeesh.
in I think North Carolina.
I think it's North Carolina.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
he may get 10. They're like, you can get up to 10 years for this, and he shouldn't even own a gun. He's not like allowed to.
Why? What the fuck?
Oh, wow.
Why?
She grabbed her mic for
I'm
this
just
one.
so because I'm so confused because
But he's out on $500,000 bond right now.
nigga, we all know you got a pending case. We all know this. What the fuck? What kind of
Nigga don't care, man. He just doing
That's
stupid
like
shit, just do stupid
nigga.
shit. Like he's that nigga that left the hood, but the hood never left him,
That's a fact.
and the niggas around him never left him.
That's a
So he just
he
just
don't
acting,
have
he
nobody
acts exactly
smart
the same.
around him. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say
he
smart.
just
He
in the
has
world.
nobody that is for him around him.
Yeah, like he never he left, but he never changed anything about himself. He's the exact same person he
Yeah.
was where he was in the hood. So
Wow, I did not know
was out
that's
here just
why.
doing dumb
Wow,
shit.
that was stupid as fuck. That's like the dumbest. That's the fucking. I'm gonna turn myself in, but
and he from Florida too. I forgot about that shit. There you go. That's
that
the wrong
shit
in
is
Florida.
stupid.
Florida people, man.
So he has $550,000 bond. He's on house arrest from a
Yes,
Miami
ugh.
federal prison. And this also might cause some other incidents with his other case because he's not really supposed to be getting in trouble while they granted him bond for the rape case that he has. So yeah,
Nipsey from behind the
Well.
grave was just pushing folders out in cops' faces like
I guess I should call it what it is.
That's a lie.
It's a third,
just
and it
Open
wasn't North
gates.
Carolina. It was South Carolina. In Florence County, South Carolina. It's a first-degree criminal sexual conduct charge.
The fucked up thing is he tried this 2 different times. Like he tried to get guns twice.
Yeah.
Nigga, they ain't
Do
give it
you
to you
really
the first time. You
need?
wouldn't try
Do
it the second
you
time.
really need guns
Oh,
that bad?
Kodak.
Is your situation? I understand you a hood nigga, but like,
No, I can.
you have the means to go wherever, live
This was
wherever.
his logic,
like,
right?
what
This
the
is the
fuck?
logic.
And
Oh, I
then
can't have no
he
legal
was
guns,
also
so I'm getting
arrested
legal.
in New York
You can't have
And-
guns, my nigga. You can't.
this
You
past
better get
April.
some security.
He just got arrested in New York for criminal possession of a weapon, second degree, and unlawful possession of marijuana. He should be back in New York court in June. So he just has open cases all over the state, all over the country.
This nigga just ain't gonna go. Like you gonna go to jail and just stay there.
That's
Some
fucked
people
up.
just
I
can't
hope
be
that
without
he
that
get his
shit.
together, but it's looking like my nigga is not gonna
Get it
Hey, man,
together.
Cole said it. He
have
wish that
any
nigga had
type
more guidance
of
for real.
redemption. What the hell?
Oh yeah, it's been a really lit weekend. And by lit I mean a lot of gun activity.
All right.
Yeah. So, also in Miami,
It's just Miami.
during that weekend,
Florida man, at it again.
not Florida man. NBA YoungBoy was shot at.
Mhm.
His van or his truck was shot at. His girlfriend got shot during the incident. 5-year-old was grazed by a bullet, and then a Hertz employee that was across the parking lot at his job working died.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, by a stray.
Of course, that happened in front of Trump.
I didn't even know that happened. That's fucked up. That part happened.
Yep.
R.I.P. bro.
And so there's, but yeah,
So is it true that it was what's his name? People, what's the other rapper? The Detroit nigga. Damn it.
the Detroit
I don't know what
nigga.
you're talking about.
You know, I can't think of his name, but anywho,
T Grizzly.
yeah, there you go.
Oh.
T Grizzly. I guess it is. It's in this
So,
article.
between him and T Grizzly.
That's wild, man. That's fucked up. We need to chill out.
They collabed on Hard Body and apparently had a falling out over money. That's how Gucci and Jeezy fell out. Except they didn't shoot each other.
Well, I mean, that and somebody dying because one of Jeezy's niggas entered Gucci's
You're right.
house and
That is true.
Gucci was not playing that shit. Shit.
And so they can't say whether he was involved or not. Well, T Grizzly, but
Mhm.
that's speculation. So yeah, 5-year-old
He said, I'm not
injured.
walking
That's
my
sad,
gun
though.
in.
All them
Yeah.
people in harm's way.
Shit, look, man, if I was
Over
playing,
some
I
money
wouldn't
and both of
be
y'all
farming this
niggas
shit
rich.
either, man. These niggas
Also
wild.
in
Nigga out there
Miami,
working his job.
Young Thug's party bus was shot up.
Really?
He wasn't on the bus, but it was shot up as well.
We wild. Get it together, my niggas.
And over the weekend, YNF Lucci car was shot up in Atlanta, and then one person was injured in that.
And Offset was in a drive-by.
Oh yeah, Offset was in the drive-by.
The fuck?
And then
You gotta laugh like, what the fuck?
No, it's just this whole laundry list. Like, and then he
and
got
then
shot too.
Yo Gotti's tour bus was shot up.
My cousin named
So yeah, no, it wasn't just like one shooting. It was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's like a lot of rappers are being targeted, or I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm saying.
what's
Is
happening.
it?
Crazy though, cause Lucci and Thug were into it, and both got shot at in Atlanta.
I don't know, y'all. There's something about this don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? I would like to think, is it niggas just beefing? But I don't know. Like, it's just all happening simultaneously at one time.
Exactly, it's all that's happening simultaneously. Also, a lot of like the littles and young rappers that are popping up, they're coming up with smashes and then immediately having these cases and getting locked away and sent away. But that music's already out, so the companies are profiting off of it, and they just being sent to jail
Wow.
because they don't own
Yeah,
their
it just
music.
don't feel right. Like,
So a lot of little weird shit has just been happening.
no.
It's
Because I know it was a lot of
like early drug game
conspiracies.
all over again.
Yeah, I
Right,
know there's a lot
though.
of conspiracies about Nipsey's death. They were saying the government had, just all sorts of stuff like that. I'm just like, this is strange.
I still feel Nipsey's death was like, bruh.
This
Yeah.
is
I
strange
don't
to me.
believe the shit.
So a lot of crazy
Stories.
shit. But rest in peace to everybody that's passed away in
Absolutely.
any of these tragedies. Well, not even tragedy, just bullshit. Just niggas doing crazy shit or fuckery
Stay fuck
happening.
out of Florida.
That
Moral of the
that
story.
shit,
All of
because
right now,
like
though,
it was
so-
like three of them, 3 of the 4 were in Florida, or 3
that
of the 5.
reminds me. What's the name just had a thing down in Florida? I don't know if that was even close to this, because Trump was just down in Florida talking to them. They was talking about all the dumb shit going on in Florida, and he's one day he's like, "What do you do when people come into your state that you don't want?" Somebody in the crowd's like, "You shoot them." This happened like a couple days ago. I swear to God.
Steps before that, bro. Steps. Just take it
And
easy.
Trump just kind of, did that dumbass smile that he do. He ain't saying nothing. I think he kind of caught on just not to say shit or respond to dumb shit like that at this point.
Good on him. Good on him. We're learning, bro.
But like he just dumbass smirk.
But on some positive news, well, if you fuck with Disney, Disney takes full control of Hulu
They
and
better
deal
not
with,
take my Nickelodeon off.
and deal with
I'd
Comcast.
be mad.
And NBC/Universal, aka Universal Studios and Nickelodeon, will content will remain until at least 2024. So that's 4.5 years. But I wouldn't expect it to be that long
Right.
because there's also a breakage clause in there for NBC Universal, which signifies that they kind of expect that there could be a deal done earlier between the two companies.
So where the fuck Nickelodeon gonna go?
I don't know. It's really
Disney is
Yeah.
playing big money games.
Too many. Because I fuck with Nickelodeon more than I fuck with
It's
Disney.
not even cause I watch I watch all the old Nickelodeon cartoons on Hulu, like Rugrats and Peter
That's what I'm
Pan
saying.
and
Like
shit
Riley,
that.
she loves SpongeBob. So what am I
So,
supposed to do as a parent?
You gotta go stream that shit somewhere else.
Damn.
Get Amazon.
All I'm gonna say
I mean,
is,
so
it's no
selfish.
saying that they're not gonna keep the content on there.
as long as they keep, and I know this is not a Nickelodeon cartoon, as long as they keep Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super, and as long as they bring back some Disney originals, I don't really have a problem with it.
I mean, I'd be cool with a couple Disney originals too.
The originals, though.
Yeah.
You know, when they used to come out with the raw ass movies and shit, those.
All 16 fucking Halloween towns.
That
So
listen,
basically,
I was scared of that movie for a minute, man. That fucking scary ass
Disney's
goddamn
been getting rid of
skeleton taxi driver.
the owners
Fuck
of
outta
Hulu.
here. Huh?
Disney's been getting rid of the owners of Hulu since 2017 when they started to acquire Fox, because Fox was in it. So they got Fox. So all the stuff for Fox will be there.
I'm cool with that. I watch all the Fox shit.
So Family Guy, they just don't have Fox Sports.
That's alright.
And then, so they have Fox's 30% stake in 2017. Now they own basically all of Fox except for Fox Sports. AT&T sold its shares of Hulu last month. And so it's just Comcast and Disney, and Comcast said you can have all the control. there's some special details in there, like Comcast in 2024 can force them to buy all of their shares, but also in 2024 Disney can force them to sell all of their shares.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's basically by 2024 we gonna come to a deal, and this is gonna be yours.
Out.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
Okay.
They're gonna see where that money at, where like how it's looking.
I mean, shit, Disney dropping their own, like, they have their own streaming thing coming too, so.
What the fuck they need Hulu for? Fuck, get out of here, man.
No.
Greedy ass. See, that's what I said.
Damn.
Selfish.
Damn, I'm
But-
gonna download your app.
But that's why they're doing this.
They probably doing
because-
it because people don't fucking buy cable anymore. Nobody want to fucking download.
Not even that. Hulu already has an integrated like audience. And so you could either have your own streaming app that's competing with the likes of Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, or you can take ownership of one of those and then partner your new streaming service with it, which is going to be kid-centric and more geared towards like the Disney experience.
You'll probably have like an option for like Disney, because
Like you'll probably get like a package.
Now, it's like that, yeah. And then like Hulu partners with other things, so you can have Hulu, and then you can have
Like it'll still be on Xfinity until 2024. Like you still get through Xfinity.
Motherfucking prices. Shit, even though I don't pay for my Hulu, but still. You can't have my people not paying for their shit and then I don't got it. The fuck?
What type of deal?
Oh, and it might bundle ESPN Plus and Hulu. That's why they weren't allowed to get Fox Sports, because they already have ESPN.
It would have been a straight monopoly.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my less dark news.
Thanks.
Disney's taking over the world, or trying to.
Well,
And I support
they
that.
bring back those originals. I support that portion.
Yeah.
As long as they keep Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
Xenon.
Oh yes. Zetus to Petus.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
This is a really sad story, guys, but I didn't have cable till I was like 16, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
When I was growing up, all I had was Nickelodeon.
I did have some crazy news.
I was really excited about watching Nickelodeon when I went over to my grandmother's house.
I used to watch
Because
like,
SpongeBob just came out.
You said till you were 16?
Yeah. Like 16 or 15, they just got the illegal shit. And I was like,
Oh my god.
like when niggas, remember
That's
when
so
Carmen came
funny.
on, Beyonce and all that shit? And then niggas would be on the bus, did y'all watch Carmen? I'd be like, yeah. Knowing damn well I didn't know what the hell was going on. I felt so left out. But so I was like, no, I ain't
I used to
16. I was
watch all
about
those shows.
14 or something. I didn't know what the fuck. See, I don't know about Xena. I don't know about this nostalgia.
I like if they come out with them Disney originals, definitely watch.
I'm
them.
sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, because like
shit.
I'm thinking like I had
They was some bankers.
That's how I used to watch
and
Mad
it's
TV.
not
Cable
the
since I was
same
probably
now.
like 30.
Like Mad TV, I fucks with this person
Mad.
really
I had
super
Fox.
heavy. This is why.
Mad TV was super
You're
hard.
my spirit animal.
I had Fox.
Yo, we
My
had
grandmother
Fox.
only watched Fox. There was NBC. There were all the basic channels. They were there, but we only watched Fox.
Yo, I was watching some
UPN.
old school ass. Remember Spit Shack?
43. It was channel 43, so that was like UPN.
Yeah.
Yo,
and that was it.
Yup,
Like, outside of
UPN
that-
with the triangle, the circle, and the square.
Yeah. And then I got cable when I was like 19 years old. I went to my mom's house one time. My brother was like, Cartoon Network. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what the I remember going to other people's houses and being like, Cartoon Network? And I used to be so sorry I wanted to leave. Like,
But
Adult Swim came on. I
I
turned
don't
it
want
off.
to.
I don't know what this is. I'm not watching it.
It was a while.
All right.
That's
and
crazy.
then you grew up.
That
is
Adult
so
Swim
crazy.
Was like, ooh.
They was just like, what the fuck we gotta pay for cable for? Now these niggas can't get enough.
I don't know,
I
I've
don't
always
even
had
like
cable.
I don't have cable. I don't even like it now though.
Oh, yeah,
They don't
no, I
have
watch
cable anymore. They wised up. They just, it was like, I ain't paying for that shit.
Yeah.
And, just pay for internet and they got their little
Working for a
Amazon
cable
stick.
Company, I was like, fuck this shit, bro. The world is sad. For real. People calling that bitch. I can't watch my show. What am I supposed to do? Read a fucking book. Go outside. Spend time with your family.
Did you tell them to try streaming? You should have told them to try streaming.
I mean, we had streaming, but then they complained about some other shit. Oh, let me get you over to the internet department because that's not what we.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Cable.
Immediately shift.
Yeah, no, that shit. I'm cool on cable.
I do have a question to see how y'all feel. How do y'all feel about Alabama and 22 other states basically making all these new laws towards abortion?
I feel that it's fucking stupid as fuck.
And Alabama's new one basically says the doctors that perform it can get up to 99 years in federal prison, and it also doesn't have any provisions to like exclude like certain rapes or incest.
I don't understand
That's just a
why
general,
now
that's the one
this
they passed
is
in
a
Ohio
thing.
too. For not the
Well, ours
99
is a
years.
6 week heartbeat.
Yeah.
Well, why is this a thing now? Like, did you see Janelle Monáe said that she wants to ban sex
Why?
until men support women's rights?
Wait, who wants to ban sex?
Janelle Monáe.
She wants to ban sex.
She wants to ban sex
That don't make sense.
until men
That's not
support
logical.
women's rights.
But that's not logical.
Well, if you take away sex, then there's no abortion. So there's no mistake of
reproduction either.
having.
Yeah, I understand, but how you gonna monitor that?
Huh?
How you gonna monitor
Got
that?
a story.
I mean, you wouldn't monitor that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you ban sex?
Well, I am open to banning sex for men because
Oh, you look how you
Oh
qualify
yeah,
it.
you're open to stop that, huh?
All right. No men-shaped
No,
objects
not
either.
because
No
it's not
male-shaped
going-
objects.
it's
No
not
male-shaped
going to
objects.
Listen, if I can have sex with a man, I'm gonna be
So-
right at your door like.
come on in, my dear. Come on in. That has though. No, but really,
How
I
you
think all
gonna
this shit is fucking stupid.
how you gonna monitor? How you gonna ban that?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't.
like,
I don't think she means ban like.
can't.
Does she
a
mean
law. I
like
think she
women
means,
should
like,
just not have
women
sex with
should
men?
Not have sex with men. I think that's what she meant.
I got a
Please start
question. But what if
respecting
your
my
man
rights.
is supporting women's rights and is doing the things that he's supposed to be doing?
I mean, if you got a nigga like
That
that,
doesn't
then
matter because
he deserves
this
the.
is a this.
the box.
Okay, 'cause I was gonna say, like,
blanket.
Real niggas do.
Does he gotta suffer just so everybody's like showing solidarity and no one's
Like I
having
said,
sex until everybody's
then-
doing
That
right?
does not apply to the situation because it's like a blanketed thing. You either do it all or you can't do it at all because you like you said you can't monitor that situation.
Yo,
So it's either everybody stops or everybody not stopping. It's like one of the two. And it's like, oh yeah, what about this person and that person? It's like when they be like, oh yeah, let's cut welfare and say fuck everybody. Well, what about the people that actually need it for real, that actually use it for what it's supposed to be used for? You can't monitor. You can't figure out who is what. It puts too much work into it.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I support women being empowered, but when we just say emotional shit that just come from out of nowhere, did we really think about what we just said?
ban.
Not
sex.
essentially. Not really.
That's the thing, though.
Not
like,
really.
She's not like she's bisexual though. Like at the
That's
same time.
no.
I feel
That's
like
why it
that
was funny
shouldn't
to
come
me
to somebody who
because I can relate. Like, oh well.
Yeah, like okay, you still
You-
go fuck something because you
yeah.
like you're not banning yourself from sex.
No, she's not.
So shut up. Like,
Like they so offended.
Stupid.
They're like,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying, like,
dumb
we
as
the
shit is.
fuck? This don't need to be a fucking idea, my nigga.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you're not banning. Like, don't come in like give me a full blown straight
but
woman
maybe-
who's
maybe
like, all right, I'm
her-
cutting myself off from it too, like everyone else. Like, don't come at me when you like, oh yeah, I can
Maybe
just go get it
maybe
from
her idea was to spark the same tension.
But what rights do women not have? That's my whole thing. Like, I don't. Where is it that
Well, I don't
women
think
can't do anything?
yeah, I don't think that it's anything that we can't do, but I do think that it's fucked up that somebody can mandate what I'm gonna do with
That is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
because it's men out here that's nasty as fuck, that's raping women. It's women raping niggas, but it's men that's raping women. And why should she be penalized? Not to say she wouldn't love the child. Eventually, maybe she would, maybe she wouldn't. But why should she be penalized for that?
And that, like, even if y'all want to pass that abortion, whatever y'all doing, what y'all doing, it's all bullshit altogether. But at the same time, that if y'all have to force that shit through, the rape and incest and all that shit should definitely be left out of the whole bill because like that was forced upon her. That wasn't her option. That wasn't her choice. She was forced into a situation. Now you're forcing her to deal with a situation that she possibly never wanted. So, nah, the whole damn thing is stupid. Like I said,
Run away.
I feel like y'all just don't want to pay for the shit. Y'all being cheap.
Run away from all these states.
Oh, I thought you said LA. I'm like, I
Well,
don't know if they
need to
gotta do
take,
anything.
Gotta run away from
a lot of the shit away.
Cause like government,
Or throw it all away.
Somebody said they need to ban Viagra.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, she was
thing
talking
I
about
saw
that
earlier.
before.
It was
Yeah,
like,
just ban
y'all want to fuck
Viagra.
abortions? Y'all need to stop spending $85 million on broken dicks.
G shit.
Like,
Limp dicks.
and y'all spending $85 million on fucking Viagra. Making
Broken
these men
dicks.
who shouldn't be able to have kids anymore able to have kids. That's nature's way of telling you to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, chill. But no. It's bullshit.
You know, it's all Republican white men that voted on the abortion ban in Alabama.
It's fucking Alabama. Yes.
Alabama?
It's crazy. But
I mean, hell, Texas tried to put the fucking death law in effect for getting an abortion.
yeah,
So, like, I'm surprised they let the fucking 99 years go through.
I mean,
Look,
it doesn't take
crazy
effect for 6
society.
months, and so they're expecting the bill to be contested in court well before it takes effect.
Right.
But it's still super
Why?
crazy.
Why is it even a thing?
I don't know why so many men are worried about what women are doing with their bodies.
And what makes it even worse, they use fucking religion as an excuse to pass the shit through.
Which
What about people that are not religious?
Oh, they don't care about that. They don't care about non-religious, especially non-Christians. Like, our country is a real heavy Christian-based situation. So, like,
Situation.
yeah. I mean, they say, not to be out there, but it's all based on like the Bible and our Christian beliefs and all that whatnot. So a lot of people in power have those deep-rooted Christian beliefs and whatnot. So
I mean, it sounds good, but in reality, are we following?
no, hell no.
Are
No.
we really following Christian
No.
beliefs?
The goddamn Catholics don't even follow the shit.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, are we really
Damn.
like? I mean, because if that's the case, you're exactly right. Like, the Catholics.
how
would
the
be-
fuck is the Ivy, she's the governor of Alabama, going to say, like, in her like statement that she's putting out to the bill's many supporters, this legislation stands as a powerful testament to Alabamans' deeply held belief that every life is precious and held life is a sacred gift from God. How we got religion in your statements? Where is our clear separation of church and state? How is that not a violation of what you're supposed to be doing?
There's no separation.
We just got to throw this whole system away. It's not broken. It's working exactly how it's supposed to. So we just got to throw it all the way away. This shit don't make no sense. But yeah, now that we're all sad and shit,
Oh, guys.
Well,
relationship time. We want to take a
How
quick
the fuck
break.
am I
or we-
supposed to come back from that shit?
I mean,
Because my topic is pornography.
so pornography.
Porn, guys.
We need a break, or we gonna dive right in?
I don't know. Y'all want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take.
And we're back. We're back. We're back.
The fuck? I look up polar
Who's
bear
ready to do
dogs. They just bring up
some
fluffy ass dogs.
Who's ready to
Who's
do some
talking about
potty?
this?
Who's ready to do some
dogs,
potty?
Who
You ready to
else
do
some
some potty?
potting?
Who's ready to do some potty?
Mm.
Come on, Jones. You're not even gonna sway. At least he got the sway. You a
I'm swaying
bitch.
to the music in my ear though.
P-O-D-G-I-N. We're gonna get
You
it
coulda lied to
poppin'.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, on to Ash and her wonderful segment of topics and things of that nature.
I'm still trying to find the polar bear dogs and they ain't got it at all.
She started looking for polar bear dogs. She wasn't
They
even
got
playing.
polar bears.
Because polar bear dogs aren't a thing in real life.
But they should at least have like the bears so you like kids could be
weren't
like,
popular
Mom, I
enough.
want a bear.
You
Polar
have
bear.
Appa, you had Appa, and then you had Momo. You weren't those two. You weren't getting a teddy bear.
Fucking bastards. Never think about me. Anyway.
All right.
So now we're gonna start talking about everybody's favorite taboo subject. Everybody does it, but nobody really wants to talk about it. Pornography.
Porn.
And I thought it'd be cool to talk about pornography and how it affects relationships and how it affects you as an individual. Because now I'm on this journey where I'm trying to stop watching porn. And I think it's been about a week for me since I watched some porn. Some good old fucking BBC. It's been a while.
It's been about a week for me.
Been about a week. I just wanted to see, like, damn, what the fuck would happen if I just stopped this shit? Because I started getting bored with it, number one. There's only so many times where you're, yeah, okay. You know, come on your fucking face.
Going all the way back to fucking page 43.
I can't do it. I started.
She's like, I'm gonna find some shit.
Find me some shit.
No, I just was
Scrolling.
like, all right, this is sad. Because now what I started to see was, I don't know if this is too much information because I feel like your grandma is going to walk away. No. So when I started to when I get into masturbation, I started to know like I couldn't do it without my phone in my hand, like without the porn. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like I remember transitioning from when I wasn't watching porn and could just use my imagination. But now it was like, well, why can't I do this? Like if I tried to do it, it was like, I wouldn't get aroused, so to speak. So I'm like, something ain't right here. This don't feel natural. This doesn't feel normal. Let me just put this on pause. So then I started looking up.
Well, from what I interpret from what you said, it's like
Mhm.
porn took over your imagination in a sense.
Right.
It's too easy just to be like, oh, let me pull this up instead of having to imagine it or.
Yeah, putting that
something in a
work.
sense. Well, like I got pictures. Well, I got like put in the mental work for it. I can just look at the shit.
Listen.
See, I thought I was gonna have that issue, and so then I was like, "Let me test." So I threw my phone down, and it was like, "Oh, okay, it's fine."
My
I think
dick
it might
still
be
works.
easier for guys.
But I
You
also
think so?
Well, I don't know. For me, porn is only half the visual part.
Mm-hmm.
I usually try and find porn that kind of gives me certain like memories or jogs a certain like
This nigga's database of
I-
raunchy ass.
I mean, but I know what you're saying though. Like,
Raunchy
not
ass
like-
sex
it's
stories.
better, I feel like it's better when you can pull like
Yeah, you can like it's like
start to
more
mix in your
real life
own
thought
like
into
Really?
life
life,
experiences into it. Yeah, it makes it more of a.
Because I mean, you just watching some shit. It's just I can't really relate to that. It's like
It's cool,
all right,
but like if I can pull myself into it, like I'm more into what I'm doing.
or it's like reading a story or something in a sense. Like I'm more into it if I can actually like relate or pull myself in some sense.
Yeah, because when you watch porn, it's male centered than the motherfucker. Like you can't watch porn from a woman's point of view because it's just some dude on top of you and you looking at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Or your eyes closed for real. Or like even if you had the only really thing that you could get off on as a woman is like if you had your phone up and you could see him eating you out. Or even then, like how much it's just
Yeah,
made
that's
for
in the way.
dudes.
No, they got some pretty good.
Some lesbian.
There's some lesbian scenes, don't get me wrong.
And they got some pretty good, like just some niggas eating out. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good angles.
But for like, if you primarily just want to do it like straight, if you're a straight woman and you just want to see a male and a female fucking, it's non-existent.
It is definitely angled for.
There's
Yeah,
just
I feel like a lot of the porn industry is more targeted towards men, anyways. So like you get POV from their point of view. Like I've personally
I can
never
use my
seen
imagination,
the
though.
POV from a woman point of
but
view.
I can't.
I've never actually looked for it either, so, I mean.
I like sound. If I
Yo.
like
Yeah,
sound,
that's what more is.
then
The sound is.
I really don't have to see
definitely
it. I can close my eyes
Yeah,
and hear
like,
it and
once
be
I'm-
like, oh shit, like.
I started doing that, the bed rocking, the noise squeaking. I was like, oh.
Yes, it's simply sound for me. Like I can close
Just
my
the
eyes, like,
smacking.
No,
Oh.
not yet. Fuck. Damn.
Yep.
Not yet. You wasn't.
I know
ready?
that not yet. No.
Wasn't
It just
ready.
creep up on you like, wait.
Oh, time to go to bed.
Wait.
Time to go to bed now.
Oh,
Get off my
shit.
phone, ugly.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, after you come, porn be nasty than the motherfucker. You be like, the fuck?
I don't ever feel like that after porn.
No?
No, I don't ever feel
I don't
like.
never be like, yeah, let me be at work and look up X videos. What the fuck? No one's, I don't know who
I
does that
mean,
for real.
I feel like it's always a good time to be my dick, so I don't really have a place
This
that I
nigga.
wouldn't look at porn and get it off. So once I'm done, it's kind of like, all right, well, let me go back to what I was doing. It's like I'm done doing this, so now I'm about to go back to what I was doing. But I don't ever feel like, can't believe I was just doing this.
Oh no, that's not.
Nah.
I don't feel like that.
No, I don't feel
No, 'cause
ashamed
I have-
afterwards, but I damn sure just don't want to be looking at porn after I come. It's like,
I feel
doink.
ashamed. Like,
Well, I don't think you want to look at porn because you're not horny no more.
Yeah, but I'm saying, wouldn't that be an issue? Like, if porn was such a big, great positive thing in our life, why don't we still want to watch it after you come?
I mean, do you want to have sex after you
The
come?
purpose of watching porn is to come.
Yeah, do you want to have sex after you come?
Yeah, I think it's just weird just to watch porn. Just watch porn. Like,
But-
niggas be like, oh, this is what we watching today.
I-
Nigga, what?
I can watch it.
That's
just,
what I'm
I
saying.
can- I
It's
can
not
watch
normal. My
Alright,
point is,
but-
it's
It's not
not
a plan,
really
but I
like
like
a
the sound
normal
on it.
thing.
But when you're having sex, the point is to orgasm, right?
Yeah,
And if you not orgasming, you probably not gonna want to keep having sex, right?
right.
Well,
look
what
at
if
it like-
what if the argument could be said that porn is liberating and it's supposed to be sexually freeing you, but it's not. You don't necessarily feel sexually free. You don't need porn to come. Is what I'm saying.
I think that it could be sexually liberating for people.
How? If you add porn to your life? How has porn elevated your
Think
life
about
to the
those
next
people-
level?
What about the people that are doing porn?
Not even that. What
Or do they
about-
feel sexually liberated by being
Well,
able to
this-
express
this-
themselves on camera? In that
Has
way.
their lives improved because they get more money and stuff like that? But I don't see how, for the regular Joe, for the people that they selling it to, how porn has made anyone's life
But they're
better.
not saying that
Well,
it's
what if it's
liberating.
making their sex life better?
Not even that.
How? I'm gonna get into why I think porn feeds into a fantasy, but
Mm-hmm.
I was watching your show, right?
Mhm.
It was a whole episode about not masturbating or anything like that is bad, all this other shit, religion. And like the main character of the show had never masturbated. He's like, damn near 40 something. And it was like, once he discovered it, it was like a whole new world.
A whole new
In a sense that like, and I assume like it could be like that for like other people who've like never, or who were like really their parents were like really strict, or it was like a religious thing or something in a sense where it was just bad to do that and not to do that. So you just taking that step out and trying it for once, even if you didn't like it, it was something new to you. It was a new experience, something that could it could be helping you in your life in the sense that you have all this tension built up and you're not really having sex for real.
That
And
sucks.
it's like a release.
so based on what you just said, I got most of the information from one of the YouTube videos called "The Great Porn Experiment" by Gary Wilson. He did like a pretty in-depth analysis of why just people. His mostly was directed toward men because they were saying like 90% of porn watchers is men. Another video I watched, he said 30% of people who go to the search engines is actually women. So for one in every three people that go on the internet to look for porn or in the search engine is a woman. So I guess the numbers is pretty skewed, but for the most part, it is men watching porn. And they actually was talking about how the reason why porn is so addicting is because you get rewarded. So your dopamine is released, which creates a build-up of beta phos B, which creates that bin mechanism. So you'll see wolves during mating season or animals during mating season. They fuck constantly because it's mating season. Or if a wolf decides to devour a deer, it packs on 20 pounds worth of meat because you never know when you're going to eat again. So that actually feeds your binge mechanism. And then the binge mechanism actually creates the craving for more, will put you in that addiction. So the more you click, the clicking, the searching through, like when you get to page 43, that all actually helps your addiction to the porn, so to speak. And it's called the Coolidge effect. So why is it so appealing towards men in particular is where he called it the Coolidge effect. So it's a study that shows more men are attracted to different options when having sex. So he used rams in the video. So the ram took longer to ejaculate when it was with just one ram. But when it was with many different rams, it didn't take that long to come because men like options. They don't like the same thing over time. the more options you give a man, the more excited he get. That's why they get so bored with pussy after a while, and they be like, all right, on to the next one. And that actually helps create your porn addiction, because now you come in the clicking and having the phone. Like what I was talking about with my masturbation issue was I created this whole ritual. So therefore I tricked my mind into thinking that I couldn't have an orgasm without having my fucking phone in my hand.
Right.
And they said another reason, obviously, like he was pointing out, it's just so much easier. You don't have to work for your orgasm no more. You ain't gotta work for pussy. You ain't gotta work for dick. It's just right fucking there. And then now you addicted to this fantasy. When you go and you watch porn, the girl is already turned on. What woman do you know is always ready to go? She always looking like she always taking dick super easy for no particular reason. Like she's always enjoying it. Like they took out the whole intimacy process.
Right.
And like when you watch the phone porn, you don't see nobody making faces. It's just strictly right here with your dick going in somebody's pussy, or just you just eating pussy, or just something where it just takes away just the basic fundamentals of having like real sexual intimacy with somebody. And
that's why I like lesbian porn.
that's some of the reasons why they're saying like porn literally just really doesn't help males or females in the long run. They say sometimes women are even more deeply affected by it. So yeah, do I think you should have porn in a relationship? I'm not decided yet.
I feel like it all comes down to you and your partner. Like, I don't know. I don't think it should be necessary, but I mean, if that's something that helps y'all in your situation, more power to you. Or if something y'all just adventurous like that and things of the sense. Hey,
I've been in an adventurous situation like that. It was pretty fun. We would just share videos and shit.
Did you see this one?
It was fun though. Like,
yeah.
Hey, look at this one. What you think about this one? You know, but do I think it's a necessity in a relationship? No.
I mean,
do I think that it
I feel like
skews what sex should be in a relationship? Yes. But could it also make it better in portraying what your partner wants or what you want from your partner? It could also help in that aspect too.
I've seen things about that too. Like, hey.
Yeah.
That made me think about that too, though. But if you looking at somebody outside of yourself to tell you what you like because you saw it outside,
not to tell me what I like, something that
way.
Hey, I didn't think about this position and I want to try it now.
Kama Sutra or something like that is like a whole bunch of shit you probably never thought of trying.
I like to do like new shit during sex.
I saw that. I want to try that one time. Just see what it's up.
I feel like sex has always been easy to get. You can go pay for it, and you've always been able to go pay for it. Like, that's the oldest profession. So getting pussy has always been pretty easy.
Right.
So yeah, maybe there's unrealistic
There are.
I don't even know if there's unrealistic expectations in sex.
How? Like when you meet a female, right? Compared to porn, is she already ready to go? Like you didn't have to do nothing to get her there. You had to kiss her neck, blowing. Whatever the fuck you got to do to get a woman.
I don't look at
turned on.
That's not sex though.
That's a part of it.
I mean, what you talking about is you want intimacy in porn.
No, I don't want intimacy in porn.
But that's what it sounds like. It sounds like that y'all are upset about the lack of intimacy in porn. That there's no level of like human connection.
What I'm saying is I think porn hurts more than it helps. Now, you could choose to keep doing it, yeah, but just from the little bit of information that I found, me personally, I just don't think it. I think it's not really like the way somebody described it was like porn is like fast food. You a wolf and you keep eating chickens when you should be going after deer. And that's what porn is. It's just like you eating McDonald's all the time when you really should just think about preparing your fucking meals every once in a while.
Equivalency. Like me looking at porn has never once made me not want to pursue women.
It makes me want it more.
Yeah, it doesn't make me be like, oh, I don't want to interact with women. I don't want to go out and talk to the opposite sex or be engaging or anything like that. So to say that it's fast food and that it's supplementing what I would be getting from the real thing isn't true. It's an addition. And as long as I can keep in perspective that no, in real life I'm probably not gonna walk into Wendy's and the girl behind the counter is gonna want to hop behind and suck my dick. That's probably not gonna happen.
Great chance this is not the thing.
Spread some sweet and sour sauce on that
That's
shit,
what it
girl.
is.
Yeah, so like,
But it's
Because
highly
I saw
improbable.
the video you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, so like that shit is probably.
All right, well, let me ask y'all this. How long do you think it takes to turn a woman on? How long do it normally take you to turn a woman on? Just personally, not just what y'all read. How long you think it takes to get her fully
Well, it depends on who I was
there?
talking to. 'Cause,
In your experience, though, like if you had to average it out.
honestly,
I don't really have an average. It's
I
kind of
wouldn't
like when
give
they.
you a time because like just the way what I do.
So it happens like pretty fast, would you say?
No, I feel like it happens in the sequence of. It happens naturally. It
Yeah,
happens
like
when
I-
they grab my dick and put it in them.
So you
If you want
don't
me to
turn
be
them on beforehand? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, like, I could be eating them out, or we could be kissing, we could be doing whatever.
Right, like-
But normally their hand goes to my dick, and now they're guiding my dick to their vagina to let me know that hey, now I'm ready for sex.
Yeah,
So you don't do anything.
I'm
The
not saying
woman
that I
just
don't do
grabs.
anything. It's just like it gets there as a progression. I'm not like sitting here like, oh, it took 5 minutes for her to get ready. I'm not paying attention at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because like it's whatever's going on before we get to the actual point, like foreplay, like you said, eating fingers, whatever the fuck's going on. Like you get there most of the time, like you said, they're like, or a girl be like, oh yeah, put it inside, or like he said, she's grab your shit and stick it in. So like we get there when we get there. Like I'm not
I'm not in
get
a
to the
rush.
situation and be like, oh yeah, fuck that, I'm in there. Like we working up to it, we getting there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where it was just like you said, walk in the room, ready, let's get it. Like
No, I've been in
it's
those
always,
situations
like,
as well.
Right.
build up.
But those are more like porn-like situations that I've been in where it was just walking and they was ready.
I forgot why I asked that question. I really did. I was like, why did I ask that?
That's part where I got lost in the mind over here. Shit.
I was like, I'm sorry. I really had like a point for that.
Oh.
But it but so yeah.
Because it was what were you saying?
That
I don't know.
porn negatively impacts.
Yeah, you were saying porn is more negative. Do you think that it makes you less interested in the opposite sex or less interested in like the type of
In
sex that
sex.
you're having?
Here's what I found. This is the question that I asked that I have not found the answer to. I was wondering, damn, is my sexual preference based off what I see in porn? Based off of what I think a man wants based off of what I see in porn? Because when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't really tell the nigga to take the time. It's not no one's fault, but I was just thinking like, I really didn't learn much about sex. I'm half the time having to figure it out on my own. And I'm not really telling men what to do because I don't know what I like myself. So it's like when I get the feeling, it's like, damn, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Do a little couple licky licks here, kissy kissies here. I'm saying, like you said, finger pop. You might eat me out. I come and then they whatever. But it's just it's no one's fault that I'm not asking and I'm not blaming it on anything. But I'm saying, from me watching porn, did I have a clear idea about what turns me on sexually? And what I found that it's just not physical. Like we were just talking about how we don't even care about watching the physical sex. Just the sounds was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like mentally for me, is it more a mental thing or did I get my sexual preferences from porn? And I don't have an answer to that, to be honest.
See,
I would say, like for me, it'll probably be the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my porn purposes would be because of my
What
real
you
life
actually like.
experience, like what I
Yeah.
actually like. So
Yeah.
that would be what I would look for in porn. Like it doesn't like my preference of women was built long before I was watching porn. So I don't think it would flip like that or anything. It doesn't. I know it hasn't flipped like that. So in that sense, it'd be the opposite for me. If like my real life experience and shit like that is what makes me look for what I look for in porn.
I would say my sexual preferences don't. I think they're like two parallel tracks. Like what I do sexually and the mental component of it are separate, but intertwined. In a sense, like you can meet someone and the way that you and them have sex is completely different than the way you and somebody else have sex. But that's just like the way that y'all chemistry is, the way that y'all bodies react to each other, and just the way that y'all align. But you could still have that same mental connection of sexuality and reach that point. And so I don't know if it's necessarily like what I'm seeing, because that doesn't really matter to me, to like the mental aspect of it. So I don't think that that's why I don't think porn negatively affects it, because it doesn't. I'm only looking at the physical, so I'm never really looking for that mental aspect from porn, because all it is to serve the physical.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I kind of relate. Like what you're saying to like this conversation I had with this girl one time about music. She was like, "Oh, people shouldn't be saying this in their songs. They shouldn't be saying that in their songs, and it just has a bad effect on people." It's like, well, realistically, if you're listening to this, you should have some type of sense to know that's not what you're supposed to be doing, or that's not a thing. It's just for pure entertainment. If you take it to heart, well, that's more on you than anything else, because that's not what its purpose was meant. It might be someone telling a story about their life or something. In a sense, they're just putting that out there because that was their creative and that's how they expressed it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're putting out there for you to do.
Right.
Like kind of like what you asked for porn is like, well, yeah, I see this happening, that happening, but I know this is not real life. I'm aware this is not real life. This is just something for, like I said, a tool. It's just something for my pleasure at the moment in time.
Right.
And I can tell the difference between this being real and this actually, the chances of this, like you said, actually happening in real life. Walking into McDonald's and she's like, "Hey, bathroom," or "Hey, right there behind the counter," or some shit like that, behind the fryer, like my nigga.
Let's just look at let's just look at the reality of it. Like, I get that your intent would not be to look at porn to come, or like you said, the first porn came out, Deep Throat, was just an experiment to just take the boundaries of just showing some full frontal nudity, motherfucking sucking dick on camera. You know what I'm saying? The preference around it, or the reason behind pornography wasn't for you to masturbate too, but that's what it's being used for today. And unfortunately, your subconscious mind, your mind doesn't know between real and fantasy. It doesn't know between something that's fake, something that's real. So your subconscious mind essentially only takes commands. It doesn't know. So, and that's what's basically ruling your reality, so to speak. It doesn't know what's real or fake. And he was talking about some of the good effects that some of the dudes, some men had stopped masturbating completely and just gave up porn. He was talking about like their focus is sharper, their attention spans is way better, the anxiety, the depression. It was like all of that stuff just lifted away just because they got rid of something so small that you wouldn't think wouldn't have this negative effect on your life, and they got rid of it. Ted Bundy said the common thing that most of these serial killers had in common is that they was deeply involved with porn, deeply involved with pornography. So,
what about other cultures? Like the Japanese culture is super okay with porn, and even to the point where they have eroticism in their cartoons and things like that. And so
they have
it's
game shows.
Yeah.
Well, Japan also has a supreme loneliness problem where people just die of just being alone. So I wouldn't say, it's really up to you. If you find that you have a porn problem, then
Japan,
you should probably
that's
stop
not all
it.
Asia, and we could talk about China. That's much bigger.
Huh?
I mean, Japan is not having kids because the women don't want to, and they want to be alone. But that doesn't have to do with them being sexually open, I don't think.
Well, you were saying, I thought you were saying that like, oh, it's totally fine for the culture because Japan is the shit. That's what I thought you were saying.
I just said Asians, not just specifically Japan. Just like over in Eastern culture, like eroticism and like exploring and accepting sexuality it's
We
open.
accept it here.
Not really.
Yeah, it's in everything that we do. I bet you if
We-
you click off of here right now, you're gonna see a pair of titties somewhere jiggling.
Titties.
It's everywhere. It's not like it's a difference because it's in Asia.
No. The difference is like it's not a wide. What he's saying is not widely accepted.
Sex is treated as like a
Because,
taboo. Nudity is treated taboo. Like
Yeah, that's like
you seeing a
like,
titty.
it's not taboo. Like it, like you said, it's taboo
Mm-hmm.
in the overall of the country. Like if you were to, we couldn't have this conversation with like.
you ever seen the Rugrats dick? No, right? Okay, but there's a whole bunch of babies and they changing diapers, but you never see dick. So there's a cartoon named Shin Chan.
Mm-hmm.
A little kid. You see his dick
All the time.
probably every episode when he's nude, taking a shower.
But do little kids watch Shin Chan?
Yes.
Yes.
Little
in
kids
Asia.
watch
Yes.
Shin Chan.
Yes. It's
It's a show.
it's hugely
It's-
popular.
I know what Shin Chan is,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, it's just normal every day.
That's
2
what I'm saying,
p.m. prime time where
it's
kids
fine.
is out.
Like, it's normal.
That little bad motherfucker
Yeah,
is on
is-
2 p.m. Oh, I'm gonna have to speak to a Japanese person on this one to confirm that
like,
shit.
Shit is okay. Shit isn't really like stereotypically like frowned upon. Like death is more of a
But
taboo thing for them than sex.
I feel
Wasn't
like
it-
It's a thing like with us though, because like our cultures, like Eastern and Western culture, the Western culture is also dominated by religion more than anything else. Their religions aren't as strict as ours. when
Yeah,
it
they're
comes to
definitely
sexuality and stuff like
that
So
that
it's
I
more
know
open.
and I can agree with.
Like with the Catholic Church
Trying to
over
attack me,
like
please.
the Catholic Christians are like this is taboo. I remember like a couple weeks ago I was talking about Pope
Mm-hmm.
and how they were talking about the whole sexualization and all that whatnot. He came out and was like, oh, the sexual wave through the 70s and 80s is why all this shit is happening now. And I'm like, huh? The sexual freedom movement is why all this bullshit? That's
I
what
wonder
you're
how
blaming
many
it on?
men.
It's like, it's just, like you were saying, it's more taboo on our side. So it's like looked at and frowned upon.
Yeah, like,
Between us, it's not like a thing, but like you took it to the general country, I'm pretty sure the opinion of it would be different.
like
Right.
I think that our country's Christian tones probably affects our subconscious too, because everything that we go through in our experience, even if it's not direct, especially like how Christianity is overtly and subvertly and covertly pushed on us through government, in school, just all around in the country, for real. So I feel like it gives you, or people who take it to heart, a sense of, oh, these things are wrong. Sex is
Right.
shouldn't be done. So maybe those are the reasons that you feel better when you're not watching porn anymore, because you're already subconsciously trained to feel like viewing these things is already negative.
Maybe. But I remember someone saying like, why would you want to have sex? This is completely off the porn topic, but why would you want to have sex if when we go to sex ed, you know how they show like the man the man split in half and then you got his like half his dick. Somebody was like, why the fuck would you want to have sex if you just see somebody's dick split in half and you see like the real workings of like a vagina? Like, why would you think that sex is something to take pride in when you see this fucked up ass anatomy picture? He was like, I literally thought dicks are supposed to be cut in half. Some comedian said that.
Oh my gosh.
But though I do agree that we do have a religious overtone over sex, but just for my personal exploration, I just thought like, damn, well, you know, what if you just, it's so, I feel like it's so normalized. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know a person that don't really watch it. And I had a friend that was like, it's like I was repulsed by porn until I was like 23. I was like, damn, dude, I've been watching porn since I was like 10. You know what I'm saying? I
know
just
people
felt
that don't
generally
watch
like,
it and that
oh, I'm
aren't
just,
really into porn at all. I know people that don't watch porn, they have no desire.
yeah. I was just thinking, like, for me personally, and I would just wonder if people out there was thinking, like, what happened if you just got rid of porn from your life? You know what I'm saying? How does it affect your life, good or bad, in your relationships? Does it hurt or help? I guess that does depend on the person, but for me personally right now, I don't think it's helping on my life for real. I think it's, like, for me, getting rid of just a shitty habit.
I am
You know what I mean?
okay
Like-
with porn.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
Like,
I
I could
don't
cut
think
out
there's
potato
anything-
chips. That's what I
Yeah,
feel like it is.
yeah.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
really
you
hurt
know.
me, so I guess that's how I look at it. Like, if I feel like, oh, I just spend hours
Yeah,
looking at
right.
porn, beating my dick, and I haven't done anything but look at porn today. All right, now that's a problem.
That is
All right,
Yeah.
what's happening, bruh? What you
And
doing?
some people have those issues. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Like,
But
At what point
people
do you
like
just be
that-
oh,
but people like
shit.
that should probably cut it out because then clearly they don't have self control.
Yeah,
But
so
I
yeah.
think that's a more issue.
So y'all can stop watching porn.
Yeah, if I
I
wanted
could,
to.
I can
it's
stop
not a
watching
necessity
porn.
in my life. I don't need it.
I can stop watching porn.
30 days, no porn. That's what I'm giving myself.
I'm not joining that bus with you, but
Yeah, that's your
you
bus.
know,
You
it
could
sounds
ride that
good.
all the way.
But if I really wanted to, I could. I
Yeah.
just don't want to
That's how I feel about
I don't
that
want to.
situation. Like,
You know
because
the
I
sad
like
part
it.
is- All right, I know this isn't the case, but
someone have to bet me. Somebody.
all three of us over here sound like we fiends. It's like we could do it. if we
Y'all
want
sound
to,
like addicts.
but we
Like
ain't
I
got
was
to.
trying to
could-
prove.
I
could
stop
stop
if
if
I
Y'all
wanted
sound
to.
like
That's not the
addicts.
case, but
Y'all
you
sound
know,
like
I'm just saying,
addicts.
that's what it sounds
Listen.
like. It sound like
I
I
addicts.
just
just don't have
normalize
a
addiction
problem
so
with
much.
drinking.
Look,
I just
but I
don't
don't want to.
though, you know.
Look, this is what
Now
I
I
was
got
talking
to.
about. I was like, I wanted to say like, a porn addiction is normalized, but I didn't want to be that person. I was like, look at all these addicts over here, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I support your journey. That's all right with me,
No,
guys.
I don't really feel like it affects my
Yeah, like I would
my
need to
life
see somebody tell me
outside,
that.
like like any like
Oh, so you
relationship or
slacking in
anything
these
like that.
areas.
But that's the point he brought up in that video. He was like, that's like to asking a fish, what is water? Because it's so ingrained. Like I've been watching pornography since I was 10. It's just, he was like, the greatest thing that he brought up was like older men actually they can recover from porn addiction way faster than a younger person. How is that possible, you say? Well, from us watching it from so young, is like he said, the more we did it, the more divots it created in our brains. So it's deeply ingrained in a younger person than it would be in an older person. And he said, get this, it wasn't porn as a whole. It was internet porn. Not the kind you got from the tape and had to go out and get and spend your money on. It's like internet porn was actually causing a bigger issue with men and women having these porn addictions. So
That's interesting.
I mean, I'm sure that it probably does exasperate. I don't think it causes more people to have porn addictions. But if you make anything
The internet?
free when it had a boundary of cost, and now before you had to pay, and most people, I might want to look at some titties, but I'm not necessarily willing to go spend my money to look at some titties, or I can't even afford to spend my money to look at some titties.
Pop this goddamn tape in,
But-
wind this bitch.
no,
But
what I'm
now
gonna say,
I can click online and go see some titties, and maybe I'm the type of person that'll get addicted to things like that. And so now everybody has access to that. But go ahead.
working in cable, I have never seen people order so much porn in my life. Like it's really people
and it's
out there
ridiculously
that
expensive. Like
no, it is. It really is like $12.99 for like a flick. Like no. Like, and there's people out there that don't watch it on the internet and will fucking run up a $500 bill of porn
That's crazy.
and pay it.
let's see that.
And then some don't pay it. Some don't want to pay it, but I mean, I think you could be addicted to any porn.
I think
Or
you'd
you
be addicted
could
to
just
pretty much
be-
anything, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said like you're addicted to
You know,
breathing.
it could be the tape. I
I
better
would
be
hope
addicted
so.
to breathing. The fuck?
Like, you're addicted to breathing.
Or I'm gonna be addicted to fucking laying the fuck down with no fucking animation, nothing. Shit. But yeah, I don't know. Porn, I don't really feel like it affects me too much, like in my relationship life.
Yeah, no.
I know what I do know what I like. But other than that,
And I don't think
I just watch it when I want to.
Yeah.
Which is often.
Ash got upset, smacked her phone.
Pop socket. I need a new one.
You gonna
Pop
ask your
socket.
question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said you gonna ask your question. I made you say
Oh, I thought you said, "Can I ask you a question?"
I know.
What was my question? Did I say I had a question?
You wrote the third one.
Oh fuck, that question.
I'm
I thought you was talking about like. I thought you were talking about some other
I
shit.
feel like we done with the porn topic. Unless
Yeah.
Ash had more on it. I don't know.
Finito. So. Oh, you wasn't gonna go to yours?
Oh, we can.
Well, you wanted to go 1, 3, 2? I mean, I
It
can.
don't matter.
Okay, well, I'll just ask since. Okay,
I'll
Y'all funny.
I'll ask since you asked. So my question
so
for all of us
You
was,
said it like that.
do we feel that people try to base their relationships off of memes and goals too much? So just like how porn would affect a relationship, do we think that we let memes and goals dictate how our relationship should be?
I think this
or what our
affects
relationship should be.
relationships way more than porn.
Definitely.
Social media in general
Yes.
affects relationships way more than
Definitely.
porn.
I feel like
Shit, more than your real life relationship sometimes.
yeah. I feel like it's like people from at least one point of view, the way I see it, a lot of people don't know what
Or a relationship.
a relationship is, a true relationship. They come from like broken homes, broken families, and things in a sense. That's not always the case, but just for what I'm saying, and like they look to other sources to find out what a relationship should be or how your relationship should be. And social media, we got it. They do that. You got the memes. Oh, relationship goals. This is how this should be. That, and that. And people looked at them like, this is how a relationship should be. Realistically.
And don't even know.
And yeah, you never like really truly experienced a relationship. You just.
Or people.
Or don't even know what the people going through because it's just a fucking picture or a video. Like,
Yo, bring up a meme.
Or they idealize
and let's dissect like
relationships.
a relationship meme real
a
quick.
meme.
And yeah, like what would be, just so we can talk about it, so we can see like what's the problem here and the problem that it's creating.
Type in hashtag relationship goals. I'm pretty sure we can find something.
Yeah, right. Because I never thought about this for real. It never crossed my mind that a meme was affecting my relationship. Like social media alone affects how, you know what I'm saying, how other people, how it should be, and it's not like this. So, oh my God, what the fuck? But now that we're deeper into the science of memes, of memes.
I think it can affect relationships. I feel like some people out here on social media live so much for social media that what they see on there, they want that to be their life,
Like
even though it's just social media. What's that? They asked him, "How's your life?"
Oh,
he
bitch
smiled
wrote that.
And answered,
Nigga writing that. Ain't no bitch right. No nigga writing that. You can tell the ones that women wrote compared to the ones men wrote.
Wow, you see the one with Rihanna?
Hey, beautiful. Oh, hey, babe. Boyfriend, you all right? Girlfriend, I'll be fine. I promise. Boyfriend, I know there's something wrong, baby. Talk to me. See, after you fine. All right. Back to playing PlayStation. A girl wrote this. Girlfriend, I just need a hug from you right now. Boyfriend, could you wait until tomorrow when I see you? Girlfriend, yeah. Boyfriend shows up at her door. Girlfriend, babe, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? Boyfriend, I couldn't sleep. No, my baby needs me. I need the niggas to dissect what would have happened in real life.
We know what would have happened in real life.
All right, man. Let me tell you, right? That shit's funny. But
that's what I need. That's,
like,
that's
after I
relationship
asked
goals
you,
right
was
there.
fine. I'm like, all right, right now, no. Okay. You told me no. Like, I
whipping
asked
ass
you,
and
I asked you
teching.
if you wanted me to, and you told me no. Don't lie. Don't tell me you don't want me to. Like, you want me to come.
I hate that lying shit. Why do women be lying when we ask you the first time?
Right.
Women be like, we want comfort.
Yeah, no,
we want you to comfort us. We want you to care about us.
Uh-huh.
All right, bet. We show that the first time, and then y'all say no. I'm not about to keep asking you like you retarded.
Right. I'm not about to beg.
Like you don't know what your feelings are. You don't know how you feel right now.
Oh shit.
But this one, find someone who stares at you the same way Rihanna stares at weed. No, because weed doesn't do shit to piss me off. Like, we don't talk back.
We don't say stupid shit.
We don't got an opinion. The fuck is y'all talking about?
Let's find another one.
What's this shit? There's
only have words.
Yeah, there's just pictures of people touching.
But see, that's what people look at though and be like, "Oh, this is what I want."
Yeah,
right. Then when you're not like
But
that, it's like, wait a second.
A picture of a good moment in a relationship. Right. But what about the other bullshit that people go through? Like, people.
So no one ever preps you for the bullshit. No one ever preps you for like, oh, she has an opinion.
Yeah.
Now, how am I supposed to deal with this person having a whole opinion or an emotion?
But
or
that's
anything?
what makes
no one preps you for that. And then as soon as someone has an opinion or an emotion, you out. Like, I can't deal with this shit. What the fuck?
All right, read this shit.
After 2 years of them being together, She got thicker. He got a beard. That's what helped. Good Lord. That's what healthy relationships do.
Nigga, what?
Y'all know what that meant. He was clapping them cheeks
I get what you're saying, but like,
and eating them.
all right. That's what. See, look. This is why you got niggas out here just grabbing ass and
Who
shit.
Is that a gorilla grabbing a baby?
Yes,
That's Harambe.
That's
Harambe.
Harambe.
Baby, all right.
R.I.P. Harambe.
Black people.
I can't read that.
Like she's trying to breathe. Wait. It says like she's trying to breathe
me in and tell me she loves me.
I want it. I want her and all of whatever life gives us. I love her so much more than words can explain. It's just a picture of her staring in a towel, wrapped up, you know.
See, now, would y'all say that online? Would y'all ever have that as like a relationship status? I mean, not just relationship status, just period. Like, damn, I really love this girl the way she looks at me.
Or this shit. What does this have to do with anything?
The matching.
Ain't they like 12?
But it's this could be us. All they doing is match their clothes.
Let me tell you, this one right here.
We can match our clothes and hate each other.
This girl. She's like, we gotta have matching outfits for what? Why?
I don't think it's nothing wrong with matching
No, but like
your significant other, but I don't think that it's I don't think it's like a relationship goals thing. I think it's cute, like
yeah, like
you know, some little cute shit to do.
Thing, you know,
Yeah, no, it's not an all the time thing. Yeah. Like y'all gonna do something, go somewhere.
Hey,
with
put
us,
on these onesies with me. Hey,
let's do onesies tonight.
Onesies, yay.
Or this.
I want to be your favorite place to go when you've had a bad day or a good day.
So you just want to be there
all the time, bitch. Where you think you going? Laugh with
I'm not
me.
having a bad or a good day.
Cry with me. Breathe with me.
I want to be the air you breathe.
No.
The coffee you drink in the morning.
What else do you need?
I want to be the Jeep you drive.
I want to be the push to your start.
I want to be the plug to the socket, bitch.
If I buy us matching cars, but I kick your ass, is that still relationship goals?
Ooh, shit.
I
Shit got deep after
look,
I got finished
no,
laughing.
just-
Look,
She
I
didn't
got
care
a
'cause she got
Mercedes.
She got hers.
Right, I
She
got
got
mine.
hers. She did what she had to do to get
A little
hers.
oops upside the head never hurt nobody.
That's exactly
and see,
basically
that's the type of shit. That's the type of people that shit like this be breeding. The type of bitches that like to be smacked and cheated on.
Oh, this one disrespectful. You all right? You do that thing. When you get an attitude with him, and instead of him walking away like a bitch, he puts you in your place.
Oh, I hate these the most.
First of all,
If that breeds the shit like, bitch, if your nigga ain't
it's disrespectful. Like that just showed that person's whole mentality towards men.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doing. Like,
He's supposed to walk away.
Yeah, he ain't supposed to punch you in your fucking face, like throw you up and get slap your ass up and shit. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you?
Listen, I was like, when I was watching when I was looking at some of the things that like women like, you know, like to be choked and all sorts of shit. And I was just like, I tried the chokey choke thing during sex one time, and I almost punched this nigga in the face. Like, we can't do this. No, I don't like
hold
not
on.
breathing.
I'm
I
for
don't
the
like
choking.
thinking. No,
I'm
I
for
don't
the
like not
choking.
breathing. I don't like anything. I don't know why I brought that up, but that just made me think like,
Because
we
some
gonna have to
girls
stop.
like to be choked.
Yeah, like, oh, that's why I brought
Like,
it up, because
oh.
it was like, oh, you put me in my place, like.
Yeah. No, like if we arguing, I don't want to be choked though. That's not a time to be choking me because you might really
That's not
be
a
mad.
time to put me in my place.
And then your strength might be a little bit more heavier than you thought it was, and then oops, damn, I haven't breathed for fucking
looking at your
32
body
seconds.
like-
And damn, I didn't know you was gonna die, bitch. Babe, smack, wake your ass up.
Oh shit!
You over here looking at this nigga in the astral plane, like,
Like,
you looking at yourself more first and foremost, like.
fuck wrong with you? You like that choking shit, huh? Look where it got you now.
Yeah, but no, now I understand. Like, it's just a mess. But like, think about it. Like I was talking about with the porn, it's gonna be normalized. Like, oh, a meme is goals, right? They're not gonna really know what a relationship or like things without social media period was like beforehand. It's just always
Right.
gonna be
Right.
ingrained in them. Like we know life without
And the
social
crazy
media.
shit
Yep.
is, like when it comes to social media, it's even worse because of the algorithms and everything that's targeted. So it's only giving you shit that you're looking at. So if you're looking at these type of memes and whatnot, you're only
It's
gonna
yeah
get
on
memes
Instagram.
like that.
Jeez.
So like the whole thing is like, oh yeah, he a bitch if he walk away. You only get memes.
Disrespectful.
talking about dumb shit
Yeah.
like that. So that's your mindset, and you're like, well, if
Guess
he don't slap
this is
me in
it.
my fucking face, he a bitch. What?
And ooh,
Huh?
ooh.
Wait a
But then if I slap you on your face, your brother, your
Then
cousin,
you gon'
your
yep,
uncle,
yep.
Wait a minute.
you're not gonna stop him from slapping me in the face.
Wait a minute. There goes another one. A relationship where you can act like complete idiots together is probably the best thing ever. I ain't gonna lie, that's the
That
shit.
one I agree with.
Yeah,
I
because I'll be
mhm.
goofy than a motherfucker.
Mhm.
I'll
That's-
boop you on
that's
the
low-key a
nose,
fact.
just over and over.
Cause I'm goofy as fuck, but
Boop.
look at his
Boop,
honey
boop, boop,
face.
boop.
Look at
And
honey
he looking
face.
at me like,
Nigga
so
like,
you just gonna boop me on the
I'm
nose?
not about to be fucking idiots.
No, we can be idiots, but if we idiots and I'm fucking other bitches too, is that still a good relationship? All right, bet. I'm just asking because we talking about this one ass.
Which was like,
He did.
yeah, all this could be cool, but
That's
Look, just don't
actually-
talk about no
I'm
real
doing
fucking
all this other
relationship.
stuff.
None of this is real.
So how do y'all feel about the side nigga and side chick culture? Because when you bring that up, now we just thinking like, how many people was just out here cheating on each other? And like now I see it everywhere. I'm not sure if it was just because social media brought it up. Like I got a side nigga, or I got a side bitch. When your side bitch acting up, or when your side nigga acting up.
social media made it widely shown and popular. That's what I noticed. Like social media makes shit popular, so it's like, oh, having a side
And
something, having a side piece is what you do.
It
So
also
you got your
made
main,
Right.
You got your side piece that be there when your main ain't acting right, or your main do this, but your side piece do this. So I gotta have both of them.
But it also made it like acceptable for some people to be like, okay, he got a side, but he's still coming home to me. Like, the fuck?
That
I
shit
thought
too.
about that, but like in the 50s, was it? I don't know if this is true or not. I'm only going on speculations where niggas had whole ass families.
This is just a funny meme, real
Go
quick.
watch Mad Men. All right.
Yo, Mad Men was crazy.
Like,
My wife and I hit an important marriage milestone. We had a fight
No.
entirely in the fridge.
Buy
says-
more milk.
No, fuck you.
I feel like that's.
That's a relationship goal for you? That's what I want to come home
I
to.
feel like that shit's just hilarious. It's not a goal, but that thing
No.
is just hilarious. Like if it ended up happening, I'm like, oh, that's funny.
I feel like everybody doing the same shit because of social media.
Yeah, everybody is worried about the same
I
thing.
want to buy fucking Nerf guns and play Nerf with my bae in the house.
right,
That
right,
sounds fun,
right.
but
Why don't
it's
you-
other shit to do.
Yeah, like why don't you and your girl like have a water fight or
Yeah.
something? Like
or like, just like come up with your own little situation.
Yeah, like-
I was about to say,
Like,
just
y'all
do
should be
something.
sitting
Like,
in
it's
the
other
house or some
fun shit
y'all
that
just
you
start
could
throwing
do
socks
with
at
your
each other.
significant other.
Yeah.
They're balling
like-
socks up, start throwing them. Like, it's just you just gotta do your own damn thing. Whatever happens, happens. Like you ain't gotta emulate social media, and then like it comes to that point. It's like, oh, we gotta look like this, or like the matching outfits, for example.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, we gotta match. Post.
I was just about to say, then
Really?
comes a picture or a video.
Yeah.
or they're always having to post everything you do in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that.
That shit is
It's
just-
okay. It's nothing wrong with
I'm
taking
sorry, I don't
pictures
give a
in your
fuck
relationship.
how
There's nothing
y'all
wrong with
feel.
posting shit,
About what I'm doing in my relationship.
but everything don't need to be posted.
And I ain't gotta prove that shit to you either. If I were in a relationship, Like, oh,
That
why
nigga
they
gonna
not
get tired of
friends, or
you
why they not
anyway.
following it?
Anybody gonna get tired of
Everybody gonna get tired of their significant other
at times.
one
Like
point.
you just
Yeah, you
But
just-
y'all will be cool. The relationship goal is getting back together after y'all tired of each other and still coming together, giving each other solidarity.
I think that was the biggest important lesson I learned about relationships is
Mhm.
that you go through cycles. Like
Mhm.
just like how you go through winter, spring, you gonna have your spring and your summer is the best times, lovey-dovey times. I can't get enough of you times. And you gonna have the fucking winter times where it's just like, I don't know how we can make it. Just watching my parents, like, I don't know how we can make it. What are we gonna do? I'm not 100% sure. But for some fucking reason, some couples make it out of that shit
I'm saying,
and
like,
get
look
back
at-
to that good
I'm
point.
saying, yeah, look at like older couples.
That's
like,
that dedication,
been
like-
together
Yeah, that commitment,
for
yeah.
like 40, 50 years.
Mhm.
You think they ain't have fucking problems in their
Right.
relationship?
Whew.
Well, I don't really like the old 40, 50-year old relationships because that was a lot of like domestic violent culture, and so
Yeah, that
those
also.
grandmas
A lot of
make it-
oops inside your head.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you shouldn't have
I
stayed
know
for
it's
that.
I'm not
funny.
talking about. I'm just like I'm in the sense of like they had problems.
Yeah, but they should have left that one.
All right, I get what you're saying. But like I've had
Because I feel like
conversations
that's
with
not
other
funny,
people where,
guys.
like
God
abuse
damn it.
wasn't a situation.
Yeah.
It was like they just had issues or something.
Oh, yeah,
like
no,
they've been
it's
together for so
definitely the
long. It's
others.
like things in a sense, and it's like
Oh, no, he ain't hit me. We just argue.
yeah, like arguing, fighting.
He
some
wastes money. He
stupid
fucked
shit.
up
Yeah,
here or
like,
there.
Things like
Shit.
that. And it's like
Dumb shit.
yeah, we gonna stay together. We gonna fix the problem instead of just be like, you know what, fuck it, tear the whole family down and
Right.
go our separate ways. Now, all right, obviously, if you in a relationship when you getting your ass beat and things and says like that, well, that shouldn't have been
That's
a thing.
yeah.
But back then, it would have been culture to stay together no matter what, so they would have stayed together. But like, just situations that didn't involve stuff like that in a sense.
I read in a book, The Science of Love by John Baines. He was saying how sometimes, I know this music video, Blockhead. But anyway, he was saying like sometimes, even if it feels like someone's been in a relationship for 30, 40 years and it doesn't have to be domestic violence or anything, sometimes they just don't be good couples for each other, like good, but they just stay together because they don't know no other life without that person.
Yeah. Oh, no, you can definitely not be the right fit. Like,
Yeah.
you could be a more outgoing or exploring person, and if the other person isn't that and also isn't accepting of who you are, then that can be an issue. Or the vice versa. If you're a more like introverted person and they can't accept that you're more quiet or you're more to yourself, then it's not that, oh, we've had like these devastating issues. It's just we aren't really super compatible, but we don't also know how to do anything else but be together and go through these things. So this is where we at. People get real comfortable a lot.
I had this on there and it just made me think about it. This is something I posted on mine. Zero Cool on Instagram. So, 2E's _ It says, in order to make a relationship last, you really have to flow with a person as they change. Give them space. My friend always told me about his grandfather who was with his wife for 60 years before she passed. His grandfather said that throughout all that time, his wife changed so much, it felt like he had been with 8 different people by the end. But he said the secret to making it last was that through all those changes, he never suffocated with his wife with his own idea of who he expected her to be. Rather, he loved fully every new woman she became.
That's
Cold.
dope. That's dope as fuck.
Cold, because that's unconditional love.
Mhm.
I love you despite all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? One day you like Wheaties and next thing you don't. The fuck? I love you despite all those changes that you went through. That is powerful. That's some powerful shit.
Agreed.
Man, shout out to that guy.
I just got a question. Do you think women really want ambitious men?
Most women, no, they don't. They don't.
I feel like they
Because-
like the idea of ambitious man.
Right, but they don't really know what that shit really entails. And I feel like,
Like I've come across a lot of women who are like, I want this, I want that, I want that. Hell, my last relationship was like that. It's like, I want this, I want that, I want that. But then at the same time, you want me constantly up under you. I can't do it. Can't be.
That's what be
both.
killing me that
Like, I
people don't
can't, like,
understand.
Work and make this money,
right,
and then I also be up under you constantly. It doesn't work like that. I have to go here, you know, to supply the life. Like, you know, it's a thing. So it's like they don't understand that dynamic. It's like I want you to be able to do this, this, and this, and this, and this for me, but at the same time, I want 100% your attention too. It don't work like that. That's why you need your own life to be able to do your own things and, you know, have your own situation.
right. Have a
It
good
doesn't
sense
feel-
of
I don't
self.
even think
I'm
that
the only
is.
thing that's your only attention.
Sometimes I don't even think that is that. I think that even if they do have their own things that they're doing, because you could have a woman that has a career or has like ambitious goals, but sometimes being ambitious and being focused on, I guess, more of an entrepreneurial ambitiousness where you might not have a traditional hour set, or you might have to be in a different place or doing things at a different time that doesn't necessarily coincide with like a traditional 9 to 5. I don't think women necessarily give credence or like value to that time either. Where it's like, oh well, he's doing these things then, or our times don't align. They don't feel like you should be doing those things when they're free now. It's like, well, why weren't you working when I was at work? That's not how our work's line.
Right.
Like,
Sometimes I get up at 11, bitch. That's how it works.
like my work is like maybe I start at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I get done at 2, or I get done at 9. But in those 4 hours, that's my full day worth of work. But that's just where and when I have to get my stuff done.
And I think you have to understand like the difference between boys and girls. Men in general don't like sitting in one place for too long. Girls can do that more because they trying to please. Like, okay, I learned this from this book. In school, girls are more apt to sit down in desks for multiple hours at a time because they're trying to please a teacher. Boys don't learn that way. They usually have to be moving. That's why they don't like sitting there for long periods of time, and they get in so much trouble sometimes is because they have to be moving. And and if you understand, when like usually doesn't go away. Usually from a good period in their life to when they decide they really want to settle down, like they have to constantly keep moving. And if you're trying to build an empire, you have to constantly keep building that shit.
I be sitting and wishing and praying for days. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do shit but sit in the house. I don't do shit but lay here and do nothing.
That's my type of
And
day.
then I got that day. I'm laying there and I'm like, shit, I'm bored as fuck.
See, yeah. They don't.
Men, I gotta do something. I can't just sit here.
They can't sit there all the time. Like you have to give them their space to roam and do whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. They have to do it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, you have to sit. When it comes to time, I will ask for quality time. When it's time to ask for that shit. If we got to break it down and be like, no, you listen to me. I really need this. And I trust that my man will give it to me. But fundamentally, you got to understand, men usually don't like staying in one place. For like a woman could do that shit. A man is not genetically disposed to be in one place all the fucking time. It's just not going to work. That's a feminine trait. I feel like the woman that doesn't understand ambition in that sense, she wants an emasculated man who's going to sit there and want to be up under her all the time. Not to say I wouldn't want that, but I feel like if you true to who you are, you're going to understand that you want to get out there, you want to fulfill your goals, and you want to build, and you want to use your creativity to build whatever it is that a man will want to build. And he can't do that up under you all the time. And if you get off late, don't take it personal. You ain't do nothing wrong. And he didn't do anything wrong. It just is what it is. Tony told me one day, he's like, you got to take yourself out of it. All these niggas was complimenting me, and I'm like, thanks. I was just like, oh, all right, cool. He's like, no, take yourself out of it. Just say thank you, Ash, and keep it moving. There's nothing else you got to do. You just accept the compliment. That's all women got to do. Don't take that shit so fucking personal. Nothing that you did. And he's not trying to avoid you. It's just who they are.
I think that was very well said.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that. I like that. So, fuck this social media shit in relationships is what I got from all of us. Is that a consensus or?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways social media helps you.
It doesn't.
In relationships?
It doesn't. It makes you compete. It makes you insecure. And it makes you compare. And then it gives other people access to ask you questions or then to invite criticism or things like that.
Right, because they only post in those perfect moments. Look at this guy.
Aisha.
Why don't you post the time he took $5 out your wallet? Let's post that, Aisha.
But yeah.
Let's post that.
So yeah, no. I think social media is kind of maybe a detriment.
This nigga!
This nigga.
Right.
Yeah, no, it seems worse for relationships.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But you know what would be dope if relationship had?
What?
Subscription periods.
Oh, that's scary.
Why? If you was just no, but think about it. Like if you date somebody for 5 years, y'all life is all tied together and ingrained and everything, and then now you want to break up after that 5 years. That's a lot of to untangle and decompress. But what if you decided that you want to just keep being subscribed every year.
Lifetime member.
For 5 years, and then after year 5, you're like, you know what? I don't want to be subscribed no more. You just cancel your subscription.
So what if you start another subscription with another person, then you realize, I don't like this subscription. I like this subscription. I'm thoroughly like this subscription. And then you got to wait for 5 years to be over with, right?
No, it's a yearly subscription. And you can
It's a
cancel
yearly
when you
thing?
want to.
You
Cancel
gotta pay a
anytime.
cancellation fee.
Yeah.
Damn, what if a cancellation fee is like your ear?
I don't want to trap anybody's body.
Damn, I
off.
can't even hear my new
feel
baby.
like in that situation, like the cancellation fee would have to be something like real for real. Cause it'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm here 2 days. I got the hit. Canceled.
Because now you got to
You gotta
compensate for
wait,
this person's
60
other
days.
time. Huh?
You gotta wait 60 days before you can start any new trial period, or new relationship.
60 days. You think that's enough to realize that you've lost a good 5-year subscription? Is that enough time? Because clearly, like we saw earlier, I don't know.
Would that be the
I don't know.
cancellation fee? Just waste
got, like
like
these people
time.
in line. Like this real famous person. All right, well, now I'm number 500 in line. Subscribe to this person.
Well, see, I don't know the logistics of it, but I'm just
Nigga,
saying,
I'm
like,
trying to
the
subscribe
way
to
that you
Peter.
can, like,
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
I'm just saying how you can break apart
I
lives
kind of ran with it.
and everything like that. Like, if y'all could just
That's
break
what I'm
apart
saying. That's
lives,
scary as shit.
I don't know. Like,
it just disconnect.
well, does me canceling the subscription cancel like all the emotions and all?
Yeah, it's done. The
just
relationship's
cuts
over. It's done. You canceled it.
It's everything, just like it
That would be
it is.
crazy,
It
though.
is the end. Yeah.
It'd be like the episode.
Like if all your
No.
emotions and shit just came with it, like yeah,
Like,
I don't
throw that
want
shit in the
this.
trash.
they continued, and as you resubscribed, you hit new relationship bonuses as the years go on.
New bonuses.
You-
Look,
I-
babe, we
because that's what
unlocked
happens.
Paris.
That's what
You
happens.
reached the
like,
3-mirror mark.
the longer
Anal.
you're with the longer, wow, the longer you're with the company, and not even like on that level, just like you would get like more emotionally invested, so those would be unlocked at longer years, and then
Like
so,
at the end of it, you could unlock wedding, maybe.
or even that, yeah, like there's a wedding or whatever.
Okay.
But then if you cancel your subscription or say you stop, like what fucking where we used to work at, you know, the longer you was with them, the more rewards you got.
Yeah.
But as soon as you're not with them no more, all that shit
All
is
that
gone.
shit gone.
Same thing, same principle.
It's funny that you said that because there's this one girl I knew. She was like,
There's all their relationship
she's
shit
like, I
gone.
don't think you should be married. We got to be together for at least 5 years before we get married. I'm like, huh. Now that I'm thinking, and you saying this, that's kind of like a subscription. She's like, you gotta put down.
You subscribed to me for 5 years.
The whole
nigga.
5 years. You can do 5.
You can see him now.
I do not
Beefing
believe in
online.
putting,
Bitch, he was subscribed to me for 7, okay? What your 2-year ass got on this?
Bitch, you didn't want to subscribe
that
no
would
more.
be the social media.
That would be the social media beef. This whole
We got
2-year
2 years
subscription,
now.
bitch, right? Lying about your subscription years.
Me and my nigga got a 10-year subscription.
Bitch,
The
you all
fuck?
had 10 years.
Lying about your right, lying
The
about
fuck?
your benefits. We got to go to Tahiti. She's talking about.
The fuck, bitch?
Yeah, okay.
Nigga, we platinum members.
I'm so mad that y'all taking this. It's always ratchet with y'all. Always
gotta
ratchet
be.
with y'all.
Gotta be.
No other way. But no, I'm not. I don't. It's just.
I don't think a
told y'all-
subscription period would
Oh,
work.
no, it'd be an interesting idea.
I think it would be interesting. Y'all need to watch that. Well,
I wouldn't like
The
it.
Black Mirror
Ash saw it,
episode,
but
yeah.
Y'all need to watch the Black Mirror episode because that's exactly how it was. Like,
Right, but
the girl
they
was
actually.
getting subscribed to people that she didn't like, and it was just fucking her. And she was subscribed
Wait.
to them for this time period, so she was just getting fucked this whole time.
Well,
the
see,
whole time.
Yep, the whole time.
Like,
And then
the
she
whole time.
finally meets the love of her life, but they only had like a certain amount. So then they go against the rules and decide like, no, we're just gonna be together. And at the end of it,
No,
they
this got to
was
be
like-
like a joint subscription. You can't just subscribe to somebody and you get to fuck them. No, this is you and them talk and be like, all right, we about to subscribe to us.
You want to do this? You want to subscribe?
and then y'all, and then y'all decide to subscribe to
You wanna
us,
subscribe?
and then after y'all, whenever one person is no longer willing to subscribe to us, you just cancel that subscription, and us is over.
you give a bad review. This nigga only get 3 stars.
Reviews.
I'd be
That's a
salty.
3-star dick.
I'd be salty.
Yeah, the 1 stars. Like, come on, I need.
I
this
keep
5.
me a
I need
5
this
star.
5.
This nigga said he I keep me them 5-star bitches.
No, I would be
5
5-star
bitches?
reviewed. I would be a 5-star review all the time. I can't drop below 5 star. That's crazy.
Like, I can see him having a conversation. Look, There's no 4.5 stars here. Not even 4 3/4. There's only 5. And if you don't give me 5, we're gonna have problems.
Like, I need to understand.
Okay.
Like, before we become a us, what do I need to do to get a 5? Like, we can't even become a us before I know that I'm be doing the things to get a 5, and I'm gonna have you like write it down and send it a message.
Just
and
to
then
get a contract.
Yeah, I'm not playing with you. I'm about 5-star forever.
Messing with my reputation.
Yeah, you can't be fucking about it.
It might actually.
Hey, that'd be crazy if people
like more successful and more like just pushing harder in their lives, because it's like, well, I don't subscribe to this person. This person's rating is like 3.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be.
He not ambitious. Like, he lazy.
Yeah,
he sleep
like
on the couch.
You got a whole review and all that whatnot. So
you got to definitely get your shit up.
Fucking new depression, nigga.
Oh, that would cause
I can't get
so
nobody
much.
to subscribe to my shit.
Right.
Bruh. You know what'd be the worst? If you get troll people that subscribe to you and then just down talk you and just ruined your subscription because they was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Nigga,
now
fuck
you
you.
listen that right. Fuck you.
What?
Lying about your dick and shit.
No, that's the other episode of Black Mirror though.
With the ratings on the
Yeah.
phone, yeah. Then what was the name of that one?
That shit was called
With
fucking.
The trucker had like 1.2 or some shit, but she was 100%.
It was called
fine with it.
Nosedive. That's what that shit was called, Nosedive.
You
She's
know,
at the wedding. Yo, that I can't watch Black Mirror by myself.
watch
I've
that
never
shit
seen
too.
a full episode of Black Mirror. Well, I've
No,
never
y'all
seen
need to
any
watch that
episodes
shit.
of Black Mirror. Really.
Don't watch it by yourself.
I saw this
What?
one like
Scary.
part where
Watch
it's like
it.
these little
What the fuck?
weird
Watch it.
crawler robots, but other than that,
That one. That was the one with
I
no
did
sound.
see. Yeah, and that was a really weird episode. I was like, this is silent.
I was
Alright.
watching it. I was like, is this about machines taking over?
No.
But I
didn't
wasn't.
watch
Well, see,
the
that's what I'm
one
saying. I need
kinda.
other people in the room when I watch Black Mirror.
Where they had like a lady
I
whose
need moral
mother was in
support.
her head and they went to go
Oh,
get her
yeah,
dad.
yeah.
But I only always see the end where she's like talking to the dude and like putting him in there and taking her dad.
Yeah.
And like,
Nope.
that's
See, that's really scary to me.
That's
And I really need other people to grab and hold on to when I watch Black Mirror. I'm not watching that shit by myself anymore.
you can't.
Yeah, like, no. That shit is just hit too. Like, I'm gonna call y'all like, hey, what you doing?
Hey, nothing. Watching Black Mirror. You gonna stay on the phone? Watching.
Hey, can you yeah, can you stand
Watch
right
it.
here? Not watching that shit by myself.
You know.
Not at all.
But I don't think I have anything else about relationships this week. Do you have a tip of the week for relationship, Ash?
A tip for your relationships?
No.
Oh my God,
no,
what?
A tip of the week for relationships.
A tip of no, I don't. I'm not prepared for none of this. Don't cheat. I
No,
don't
you're
know.
not prepared.
This is a lot of pressure.
You knew about this last week.
No, I didn't.
We talked about this.
The tip of the week for your relationship?
Yeah, for relationships, for the
Jesus.
listeners' relationships. I'm saying for your relationship, like it's me. For your relationship?
No, not yours, but just like for everybody. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know. Don't wear a onesie every once in a while. I really don't know what to say. Stay off of social media. You know what I'm saying?
And that's Ash's tip. Stay off of social media. Know what I'm
I
saying.
got a tip of the week for science.
Oh.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, stop throwing fucking trash in the ocean, all right?
Yes.
The hell?
Throw it into space.
They're starting to find more trash on the bottom of the ocean than anything else.
Throw it into space.
Stop doing that shit.
Throw it into space.
Which planet?
Pluto. Because it's not a planet.
I'm mad he over enunciated
Not
the
space.
fucking P
Take
in
all the
there.
trash from fucking Pluto. Look, Pluto's gonna become the size of a planet. It's nothing but a frozen rock. That shit's gonna freeze. It's gonna
That's
be planet
cool.
size, and now Pluto's a planet.
All right, cool. So we can make the garbage planet.
Wait. Sorry, cut this in right. All right, I watched the episode of Futurama, and they shot trash away, and that bitch came back 200 years later.
But see, that's why I'm not saying shoot it away. We gotta put it on something.
Put it on something.
A planet that has gravity that's gonna hold it there and keep it.
Yo, what would happen if you put it in a black hole? Think that'd be right?
We don't know. We don't
Oh
know.
my
No.
God. It's gonna land in
Why
an
do y'all
alternate
keep wanting
universe.
to do crazy stuff? Let's
What
just
the fuck
land
is
it on a
this?
planet.
What the fuck is this trash from?
Whatever
fucking-
punch the Milky Way gonna punch us.
Yeah.
For putting that shit through the black hole.
Wow.
Like shit's gonna be all bad for us.
Send me this motherfucking trash.
But clearly, we've gotten all the way off topic. This has been Conscious Reconstruction,
Out of here.
where you can hear about porn and the
Go.
Milky Way
Porn.
getting a hole in it.
Relationships. Milky Way. Porn.
You gotta work.
Out of here.
Out of
Follow us. All our links will be in the bio
That part.
and the description. Hey.